Check this out. 1, 2, 3, in the place to be.
Let it rock, rock, rock. That feeling. My calculations are correct. Your finger should be making its way to the volume button. Go ahead, go ahead. Don't worry, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. Well, all right. I am not on
here on DFPN, live on Facebook. Shout out to everybody that is watching right now. I will be sharing this video, so thank you guys for joining us. Let's get into some good stuff. And before we start, I put up a post the other day, and I wanted to shout out some businesses because I feel like it's important that us as the host of the Smoke Pit is kind of like a connecting entity within everybody in the military. All walks of life go to the Smoke Pit. You connect there, you share your stories there. Dreams are born in the Smoke Pit. So I wanted to take out the time to acknowledge the people that were putting forth the effort to, put their businesses out there. So if you responded to the post, I am going to be shouting you out. And yeah, anytime you see this post come up, I will put this up periodically. But anytime you see this post come up, please respond to it, because it's not like it's more than us just saying, hey, what you got going on. But this is something that I do want to acknowledge, that there are people in this group that are actually doing big things and actually putting businesses together. They're putting their dreams together. They're putting their money out on the line, and they're getting these services out to people. So
yes, sir.
Without further, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and acknowledge these businesses, shall we? So, first up, where did my paper go? We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Yeah, keep going, and I'll see if I can just find the
Do
post,
it
and then I'll
live.
just bring it up on the screen share.
Oh, my document just disappeared because I wrote everybody down.
Hold on, I got you. Let me see if I can find that post. First of all, let me just say this in the meantime.
There we go.
Oh, you found it?
Yep, got it.
Cool. Go ahead.
So the first one I'll shout out is Desert Bakes, and this came from Paige Oki, and I think that she tagged somebody named Julie Williams in it. And this looks like she's a veteran. She's located in Arizona. She specializes in cakes, cupcakes, cookies, crystal candies, and more. If you want to join in on this business, it's at desertbakesaz.wixsite.com. So wixsite.com/desertbakes. So desertbakesaz, wixsite.com/desertbakes. All right. So support that business. Also, a good friend of mine, a good family friend of ours, Brianna Green. She runs a blog that uplifts and support Black women. It's called Mocha Maven Haven. So go to mochamavenhaven.com. Some good information on there and some good motivational quotes. And then our friend Bonnie Lame Bull, she put up 3. So the first one is going to be La and La Interior Decorator, which if you go to that site, La Roscoe LLC, they do home interior decorating. So the website is lalainteriordecor.com. And again, that is lalainteriordecor.com. So go to that. Then we have Destiny's Cherished Creations, which is an Etsy. So it's located on Etsy.com. So go to Etsy.com/shop/DC Creations 12. And then we have La Glam Suits, who offers exclusive competition and costume bikinis. It's sunny, it's hot. Hell, you can go in the backyard and get this anyway. This is also Etsy. So go to etsy.com/shop/LaGlam Suits. All right, and then my sister-in-law, I'm gonna call her my sister-in-law, Annalisa, she runs a print shop. If you're watching, drop your link to your print shop for your vinyls and go follow that, because she's actually going to be doing some of our decorations too. So all in all, man, shout out to everybody who posted links. If you are going to post links, man, let us know. Just drop a link anytime. Promote it. We'll shout it out on the podcast. And on another front, we got some sponsors as well. So one of our sponsors is Audio Swim. For anybody that does music, go to www.audioswim.com. It is a Black-owned business. They do digital distribution. I had the pleasure of talking to one of the, actually the owner of Audio Swim. Good guy by the name of Albert Carter. Real good game. He reminded me so much of Nipsey Hussle, man. Like, for real, have to support this guy. So I really want y'all to go support this dude. Like, anybody, his messages that he gave was so inspirational. Go support this guy. And then Premier Elements, UAE, go support those guys as well. They are another sponsor of ours. And Get the Plugs. I said Audio Swim, but Get the Plugs, theplugs.com. Go to gettheplugs.com. Enter in MRKSX for 20% off. These are premium wireless earbuds. Shout out to the sponsors for making this happen. Shout out to the network for making this happen. I know this sounds like I'm rambling on, but this is me in promo mode right now. So,
no, it's all good, man. Appreciate the people out there supporting Dat Feeling, both podcast network and Dat Feeling, the label, the musicians, the artists out
hell
there.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Salute to them.
You know, it's dope that I can get to a level where I can do that. You know what I mean? It's dope as shit that we now have sponsors and shit. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And then again, Black said it. Go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause and consider this group a place where you can just share any kind of information. Shout out to McPherson, aka Mac P, aka P Sob. Throwing in that useful information for anybody looking to get into the healthcare line of work, with all the perks and the benefits for those who serve or who are dependents of those who are serving and stuff like that. So anything you got that you feel can benefit anybody in the group, please share. There's no
share that.
You know, we ain't gonna block shit unless shit gets like super foul in here or some shit, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, everybody who's a member of the group seems to have the same kind of frame of mind, same kind of sense of humor, same kind of integrity, I guess, for lack of a better word. So what you showing off there, bro? What you showing off there?
Oh yeah, I didn't think anybody was gonna get it, but this is the new shirt.
The subtle subtle little hint, shameless plug. I see it. I ain't mad at it. But what you got there? Let me see how that shit look. That shit look clean as fuck. Look at that.
It's dope, man. I like it.
Yep.
It. It's dope as shit. You know what I mean? It's dope.
That's cool. That's cool.
Embrace Debate. It has the logo on the back. It's dope, man. I love it. So,
So
if
again,
you haven't got a shirt yet, go to customink.com. Get a shirt. Support the cones. Support the cones.
Yeah. The link is in there. I'll bump it back up to the top. Actually, shout out to the homie Destiny. She was just like, yo, if you got some important shit, i.e., the topic for the show for the week, just go ahead and pin it at the top so it stays at the top of the group. So that's the first thing you see so people know what's coming up. So I could probably do that with the shirts too instead of bumping it. But there's a link in the thread in the group. Click it. Shirts $20 for y'all, right? $20. I had to order it for me and Mac. It was not $20 when we had to order it, but it's only $20 for y'all. It's a dope shirt. Like I said, I got mine in person too, but I wanted to support the homie in the bracket tonight. So just go ahead. We'll bump that up so you guys can see it. Like I said, $20.
Hey, low key, that's a petty ass move.
I gotta do it, man. I gotta let people know. No, I'm ride or die. I'm ride or die. Anyway, we ready? We shared all the links. We shared all the links and all that good stuff. Are you ready to get into this?
We are ready to rock and roll.
All right. So for those who do not have the bracket, shame, right? I'm gonna just say that right off the bat. Game of Thrones type shit. Shame. Butt naked, ringing bells, all that shit. That's y'all. Let me find this bracket again. Here we go. And shout out to the cats who filled it out and then kind of sent in what they had. Y'all actually had me debating and going back and double checking, making sure my shit was on point. But
shout out to y'all because there was some picks in here that some people provided picks and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
But I can understand it going back and look at it. So.
And then low key, I had a cheat code working with Jedi, so my man was putting me onto some things that I had no idea about at all. All right, let's see if it pops up.
This should be a good one.
See if it pops up lovely for y'all. There we go. Nice. Cool. All right, man. I got some first round, some upsets at all brackets. So where do you want to start?
I have what I think are upsets. I think they're upsets for me. I don't think they'll be upsets for anybody else.
I'm going upset by the definition of a lower seed beating a higher seed.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with. Because some of these things people be like, well, duh. Like it makes no sense. But
right.
Let's start. I don't know. Let's start down in the Asgard region, where Magneto is the number 1 seed.
All right, let's do it. This is the safest region, by the way.
Yeah, I feel like we won't get as much slack, or we won't get as much flack, I guess.
No, you won't.
For putting our picks down here. All right. So we'll start at the top where we have Magneto and Black Adam.
Okay.
Now, let me share my experience. So like, I am a fan of comics. However, I do not read them religiously. I do not know everybody's backstory. I don't know everybody's alternate universe. I do know what I've seen in the X-Men cartoon Saturday mornings on Fox. I know what I've seen in the movies. And I know what my dad has been preaching to me ever since we were watching the cartoons. And he was like, that's not how it happens in the comics. Because my dad reads them. Apparently,
right.
Magneto is a vicious motherfucker. Like, I'm just thinking
Magneto was he's on
anything metal.
1,000.
Anything metal. Like the shit from the first movie where Mystique gives that guard the iron supplement, and then Magneto takes the iron out of his blood and breaks out of the plastic prison.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Magneto can fuck anybody up if he wants. It's almost like blood bending. You know what I'm saying? Like he can fuck with anybody to that point. And I'm just like, off the bat, like if you have blood in your body, you're fucked. Off the rip. If Magneto really wanted to fuck you up.
Blood has iron in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you are just iron deficient, then you're just weak as fuck anyway, and Magneto will just punch you. But and this was hard.
Because even then, if you're iron deficient, it doesn't mean you don't have iron. You have iron in your blood. It's not a lot, but it's enough for him to fuck with.
Yes. That and the fact that there's probably 90% of the time something metal around you that he can just grab and slap the fuck out of you with. I would say, I guess if you're like picking, if you're picking a scene or a area for their battle, him and Black Adam, and I'm ashamed that I didn't really read too much into Black Adam. I don't know the length of his powers. I know he's a strong ass dude, but he has blood. So
have you seen the movie Shazam?
I did.
So Black Adam in the comic books is the evil version of Shazam. Or I would say he's like the evil version of Shazam.
He's like Reverse Flash to regular Flash.
Kinda, yeah.
He's the Killmonger to his T'Challa.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That would be the better way to explain it.
Yeah.
He's like the evil version of Shazam.
Yep.
So when they made Shazam, they made two of them. And the second guy was Black Adam.
So you obviously know more into the comic realm than I do. Per my week-long cram session trying to learn as much about these guys as possible. Do you see a universe where Black Adam defeats Magneto if they're like, one of us gotta go?
Keeping in mind this is Marvel and DC.
Yes.
The way they told Magneto's story, I don't see anybody fucking with Magneto. Not on this side.
Oh, yeah. I got Magneto moving on.
Yeah, I got Magneto winning out.
All right. Cool. So far, so good. Shazam, the one with Sinbad in it. That was Shaq in that one. Right? That was Shaq in Shazam. Oh, that was Kazam.
Kazam, yeah.
The rapping genie?
Lord, you about to create the... Yeah.
I'm about to fuck this whole thing up. All right, next matchup. We got Ra's al Ghul and Kingpin. Who did you have winning out of this one?
I have Ra's al Ghul winning only because what Ra's al Ghul did in terms of creating a legion of people like Batman, he wins this.
Yes.
He was smart. He was really smart.
I got...
Kingpin's no slouch, though.
No, he's not. Kingpin is one of my favorite villains. And like when it comes to comics and anything like that, the less superhuman or magical or whatever a person is, I tend to gravitate towards them because I'm like, this is he's just an angry white dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I like his portrayal in the Netflix Daredevil more than I do in the comics. However, like I said, I'm not versed in the comics or whatnot. I know he's a strong dude. I know he's a rich dude. I think he was kind of like what Marvel's answer.
Kingpin was low key smart.
Yeah, I think
Kingpin was low key. He was street smart to the highest.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to say like the opposite of Lex Luthor, but kind of like Marvel's Lex Luthor. Like, he owns corporations,
Yeah,
has businesses
I would
and shit.
give you that.
He's bald, but instead of being, average size, pushover look, he's a big ass dude that will fuck you up. He got hands, right?
Right.
But Ra's al Ghul is damn near immortal. He keep going to that little skinny dipping pool, jump in there, come out, he ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So, plus Liam Neeson played him, and Liam Neeson can do no wrong. Wait a minute. Not all the time. He can't fuck up.
Liam Neeson can do wrong.
Taken 2 and Taken 3.
He can do wrong. Yes.
All right. So I got Ra's al Ghul moving on as well. Now for Loki and Green Goblin, I didn't even have to look into this too hard. I picked Loki. He's a damn god.
Now, this one was a hard one for me because Green Goblin's backstory, minus the Spider-Man movies, was kind of interesting in what he was trying to accomplish. He wasn't for power given to people in his position, and it made him crazy. So I don't know how I would have scored this if it were anybody else, but I did give it to Loki.
Right, and Loki is probably, to me, everybody loves Loki now because of old buddy. Was it Tom Hiddleston or who plays him? And he does a good job. He's charismatic. Is all outdoors and shit. But Loki's like annoying to me in the movies. Like when he died, when Thanos killed him, I was low key excited. So, but as far as like a battle,
wow,
yeah, bro. I mean, because how many times is this dude gonna get over on you? Like every time he's in a movie, he fucking gets over on people. And people keep trusting him, giving him the benefit of the doubt, then he double crosses him. I'm just like, get rid of this dude. Like, it bothered me because in real life, I would give people too many chances to get burned. And I'm just like, why are y'all doing it? Like, I'm trying to put my life lessons into the movie. Shit. You guys are low-key superheroes. Quit letting this dude get over on y'all like this.
I know. You got powers, man. Use them shit.
But I had Loki moving on. All right.
Okay.
So here we go.
I'm not mad at that.
I
could have had it either way and been happy.
Doctor Doom and Galactus. Now I picked my winner.
Now, for the people who don't read comics.
Tell them.
No, go ahead.
No. Tell them.
Go ahead.
Now, I was going to tell you, since I picked Loki, I picked the winner of the previous matchup first. You have to go first on this one.
Oh, okay, cool. For the people who don't read comics and you only watch the Fantastic Four, first and foremost, let me explain to you something. The Fantastic Four movies fucking suck. That has to be said.
Yes.
That being said, Doctor Doom is one awesome, smart, intelligent, vicious person in the comics. He is probably one of the strongest characters that originally didn't have powers. He ended up figuring out how to get them because he was so smart, which in the comics, he is one of the mortal people considerably to hold the Infinity Gauntlet. That in itself is huge because he made himself strong enough to hold the Infinity Gauntlet. And he actually did a lot with the Infinity Gauntlet in the comics. Dr. Doom is no slouch by any means at all. That being said, if you haven't heard of Galactus, you probably want to read comics because Galactus is probably the strongest person on this bracket. Period. Point blank. The man eats planets. Yes. I will rephrase this. The man eats planets like a snack. He eats them.
Whole solar systems gone. And
Gone.
he moves on to the next galaxy.
Yes.
On to the next one.
Yes. Yes. That being said, I pick Galactus. Galactus wins that.
And Fitz is in here. What up? Shout out to Fitz. He's like, Dr. Doom has magic and technology. I know.
But he can't eat a planet, Jedi.
I know. I'm looking at it this way. I'm looking at it this way. Like, Galactus is showing up. And Dr. Doom is like, I gotta stop him. How? You know what I'm saying? How?
Right.
Galactus has been punked.
How you gonna do that?
But I'm saying, like, at full strength, both of these dudes at full strength. Galactus just finished devouring, the Milky Way, whatever. And he's coming to Earth. You cannot stop this dude. Second, the person who is his, like, I don't want to say minion, but his herald or whatever, he gives that motherfucker some crazy amount of power. Because Silver Surfer was no slouch. But Silver Surfer was...
Yeah, Silver Surfer.
The waiter,
Yeah.
He was pretty much Galactus's waiter. Like, he'll choose somebody, lead me to a planet. Here's some out of this world power. And that dude just goes planet to planet and sets the table for Galactus to come up and eat. So
he gave Silver Surfer powers like
yeah.
give your kids a debit card. Go to the store. Like, here, motherfucker.
Here's my black card. And then the kid goes off and and just runs amok. Buying power off the chart.
Just don't spend too much. You know what I mean?
However, and I will say this. I was unaware of how dope Dr. Doom was. The only thing I knew about Dr. Doom is there's a rapper that goes by MF Doom and always wears his mask. And MF Doom's pretty dope. But I was reading Dr.
Yes.
Doom.
No,
and
Dr. Doom.
After reading about Dr. Doom, I was more mad. I was even more mad, if that's possible, at the previous Fantastic Four movies. Like, I was...
Oh, yeah. Anybody who's a comic book fan can tell you. The Fantastic Four movies suck. Like, ass. They are ass. And I thought they were going to... the one with Michael B. Jordan in it.
Oh, my God,
I thought they were going to bring it back. And then I watched that movie. And I was so pissed off. I said, man, this is worse than the other movies. And they suck.
Yes. Yes. Bro, like, this is Fantastic Four coming out after Avengers and all these other movies. And I'm just like, they got to know how to make superhero movies by now. They got to know how to make superhero movies by now. And they
didn't get it right.
They don't.
They totally fucked it up.
Shout out Jedi. He's just like, Fantastic Four movies are hot buttered dog shit.
You are not lying. You are not lying.
Oh my God. Yeah, so that's how that bracket worked out for me. Magneto, Roz, Loki, and Galactus.
Yeah, I had the same shit for
All
that
right.
side.
So let's go ahead and go all the way to the winner of this bracket. So I got Magneto versus Ra's al Ghul. And
Okay.
I picked Magneto to win that one. Again, just based
So
on
did I.
based on they just show up to fight. Like, you would have to prep your battle area so well for Magneto to make sure it's devoid of anything he can use, but you have blood in you. Now, I don't know how that works with Roz. I'm assuming he has human blood in him, and that pool just keeps the organs fresh to keep pumping that old ass blood through him or whatever. But like, he's got to have something. Like, he shows up with swords and shit, right? Like, what are you doing with that? Like, Magneto's not gonna fuck you up with that.
Yeah, but the League of Shadows is like, in the comics, the League of Shadows are deep. They are really fucking deep. So,
I mean, Magneto has fought off hordes of people. You know what I'm saying? My man can rip up the minerals in the earth and pull them up and fuck you up. If he was on that level, like,
yeah, he can. He definitely.
If it's full of Magneto, like, bro, this is a fight to the end. Like, there's metal in goddamn everything. Magneto could just fuck people up. Like, I love Ra's al Ghul.
Can you imagine if we got a rated R X-Men movie? Like, I just like how we got Logan. Like, we
why
got
they wait to the last shit? You know what I'm saying? They wait to the last minute to show us how real Wolverine can get on people. You wasted prime fucking Hugh Jackman with the metal claws and shit.
Old man Logan.
Oh my god. It took you forever, Fox. Oh man. So you had Magneto winning
because
too?
They knew it was coming. They was like, we got to go rated R. We got to go rated R because Marvel's coming for the stash.
Facts. All right. So then Loki and Galactus. Who you got?
Galactus. I love Loki, but Galactus.
Yes. So now we have Galactus and Magneto. I went Galactus.
I went Galactus as well.
All right.
Galactus won that.
Like, I'm sure there's some kind of metal involved with something. I don't know. He could try to do something with the ore and the earth and all the iron, but my man just gonna eat it up anyway, bro.
Yep.
He eats the shit anyway. So I got Galactus winning the Asgard region. Magneto's my boy and all, but Galactus made it there.
Hell right. Yeah.
Let's knock one of these hero ones out the way. Let's go over to Krypton.
All right. So I just want to point out for everybody. Okay, cool. I want to point out for everybody. This is where the disagreements will start.
Oh yeah, when you start talking about heroes, no.
Get ready, cause shit, it's about to go down.
All right. Now here's the one I know Fitz was tuning in for. The bracket he was paying attention to.
Where are we going? Krypton?
Oh yeah, Krypton.
All right, cool.
First matchup we got Superman and Professor X. Who did you move on?
I moved on Professor X.
Get him, Fitz. Go ahead and tell me why.
I moved on Professor X for this one reason. So Superman is all powerful. He is. He really. Jedi is fucking hurt.
No. Hey Jedi, if you want, I can send you the Zoom thing and you can jump in real quick. Just let me know.
Yeah, I moved on Professor X. This is my first upset.
Okay.
Professor X wins for the simple fact that he can get in Superman's mind and make him not even use his powers. He can make Superman humble. No matter how much power you have, he can make you humble because he can get inside your mind. It doesn't matter he's coming.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're he said send me. Yes, let's have a debate.
Hold on, let me.
He said,
"No, go ahead.
Bring him on in."
I'm sending him the shit now.
Right, and somebody said, especially if he has to rebro. If he has to rebro, then it's a wrap to Superman. Because he can get inside his mind. Humans aren't on Professor X's criteria. It really isn't.
Hold on, I got it.
He can get inside anything. He can get inside anything, and he can manipulate anything to his will. That includes Superman. So if he were going up against Superman, your powers are unnecessary. It ain't gonna work. That's just my take on it.
All right. I moved on Superman, right?
I don't blame you.
And here's my reason.
I wanted something I can debate.
You debate the hell out of this shit. Let's see if I can have him pop up real quick. Hey, Jed, I'm gonna send you the link, and it's gonna come through from the Smoke Pit Facebook thing. All right, so
he's right. He's right. He's right. Yes, Superman does have mental powers in the comics. That is true. But are they to the level of Professor X? No. He can only fight it off.
Here's my thing.
Long.
You're looking at it full up. My man is inside of Cerebro fighting his fights, right? Professor X, right?
Even outside of Cerebro, he's powerful. Even outside of Cerebro, he is really powerful. The only person
enough for him to think and affect a mutant or a superhero who is far enough away. Like, cause Superman, moves so fucking fast.
Well, Cerebro works. Cerebro works anything. Cerebro works anything in the world. But if he is close to him, if they have to get in close contact with each other, he's just as effective as he would be in Cerebro. He really is.
I don't know, man. Like, Superman is he's just too strong. And like, I know, like, people look at Professor X and there are times where I'm like, my man is just OP. Like, Superman is OP. Xavier could do too much shit with his mind. Superman is just the physical and all the abilities and powers he has. I feel like he would fuck up Xavier before Xavier can react to think to do some shit. Cause here's how I'm looking at it. It's not like an invitation was sent to both Superman and Professor X and be like, showdown tomorrow at noon. Like, Superman is like, all right, we gotta fight. Zoom. Pops up into fucking the mansion.
But one of Professor X's superpowers is that he can detect something unusual. He has an extreme spider sense.
He does.
So to speak.
He can detect it, but it's not like he detects it and then prevents the shit. Otherwise, X-Men comics will be boring as fuck.
He can prevent it.
He can prevent that bullet hitting his back.
I mean, yeah, but we need a backstory.
And Superman is faster than a speeding bullet. Hey. Hey, Jedi, I sent it. I sent it inbox. I sent you the link in your inbox. So just check it out. It'll probably show up as like a new message or something like that. But yeah, my man races the Flash. He breaks time barriers, all this other stuff. Professor X is cool. This 8 seed is probably, disrespectful as shit to Professor X.
Oh, it was disrespectful as fuck.
Yeah, I sent it.
I would have had Daredevil at fucking number 8 and not Professor X. That would have been.
But yeah, so I got Superman beating Professor X, man. Superman moves on. What you pouring over there? It's all loud on the microphone. You ain't sharing?
Oh, is it? You can hear that shit? My bad.
Sounds delicious.
A little bit of Jack Daniels.
All right. Oh man, what happened to mine? Let's bring this back up. So you got Professor X moving on, Mr. Charles Xavier. I got Superman moving on. So Wonder Woman, Daredevil. I moved Wonder Woman on. I love Daredevil now, after Netflix redeemed it.
I do now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Netflix did it.
It was quick. But... Now, I love him now.
Love him now. Ben Affleck like Daredevil? Fuck him.
Oh my God. What was that about?
Nah.
What was that about? That whole thing. Now, the reason I like Daredevil again, because he doesn't have like ridiculous superpowers. Like when he fights somebody and he gets hit, like he feels it. And I think they display that well in the Netflix series. Like each season, there's an episode where there's this fight and it's just one camera following him through this fight. It's like a one take thing. And he's like fighting off dudes. And you can tell he's getting fatigued and fighting his ass off. And he comes out of that bitch and he lays down on a couch for like a week recovering from that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the whole...
Oh, yeah.
He can see, he can see based on his sense of hearing and shit. I love it. But Wonder Woman's a fucking goddess, bro. Like...
Oh, yeah.
Like if 5 Russian dudes jumping you, Mr. Murdoch is fucking you up. Bro, Wonder Woman about to just fillet your ass, bro. Y'all forget she got a sword. It ain't just a lasso and them bracelets. Like she will cut your ass the fuck up, Mr. Murdoch. So that's why I have the goddess Wonder Woman moving on.
I have Wonder Woman moving on as well.
Nice. All right. Captain America and Catwoman. Who you got?
This was a no-brainer. Captain America.
Bro, you know how much research I was trying to do in Catwoman to try to be like, why is she on this list? A higher seed than Professor X.
Like, 2 things stick out for me. Like, the seating on this side, particularly this one, it sucked. And then she shouldn't have even been on here. It really shouldn't have been her on here.
Yeah. If anyone's an 8 seed, it should have been Catwoman.
Yes.
But of course.
Either Catwoman or Daredevil should have been the 8 seed.
Uh-oh. Who's this jumping in here?
You got Jedi. You got Jedi.
Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, David Fitzmaurice, a.k.a. Jedi, a.k.a. Krypton's own.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, man. What's up?
Yes.
All right, I could hear you guys too. Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't sure if this is going to work from my austere location if you can't tell what's going on in the back of my head. But despite all that propaganda, I'm also a realist, and I know how this is going to end for this dude at some point. But once we started to get to this side, I was like, okay, I was having an emotional event. I'm like, I got to message him, go figure out how to get me in here. Yeah.
So,
but you guys are first. Before I'm gonna let you guys go. Just you guys knocked it out of the park with that other side. I really think it's been pretty fun so far. So I'm enjoying this.
Appreciate that, man.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
So break down Superman's, like, give us the quick, I guess, Cliff Notes version of why Superman beats Professor X. I know you were trying to throw it in the chat. I tried to explain it to an extent, but yeah, just break it down for Black and let them know.
You actually did a good job of explaining it. Like the threat to Superman isn't any one of his one powers. The threat that Superman has is all of his powers combined. Like, so again, Cliff Notes version, to battle the Dark Phoenix, for example, with the immense level of power that she has, he would have to utilize his and I'm just shooting from the hip here, he would have to utilize his microscopic vision, X-ray vision, and heat vision at super speed in order to isolate the part of her brain that activates her mutant power and just slice it the fuck off, right? And presuming he knows he's going to go into a situation like that, he would probably do the exact same kind of thing with Charles Xavier. And he does, and I think K-Mac, you said you were tracking that he has those mental abilities. That they're in the comics, and they're not really well known outside of the comics, but he can isolate other people's mental, telepathic, telekinetic, and psionic abilities for a time. And now Professor X with Cerebro is going to be an extremely powerful challenge to him for that. But he really only needs it, if we're talking all-out battle, he only needs it for a second to just zap that dude's brain and cut it off. And, you know, I think the challenge is to get in the comics they always have, who do you put up against this dude, like, and so they've kind of peel back on those powers, and they try to, his biggest weakness is he doesn't want to hurt anybody. So but in this kind of a fight, I think all that shit's out the window.
yeah. But I mean, they both have the same thing where they don't want to hurt people.
Yeah.
So if they have to hurt each other, then I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you'll find that problem a lot when it comes to the heroes, right? Like Spider-Man ain't really trying to kill people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like if you die, the villain on this side may win. You know what I'm saying? They're probably going to go out and do what they have to do to ensure the safety of the many. You know what I'm saying?
This doesn't work.
Cool. But yeah, I knew that was going to get you, Jedi.
Trying to get
Nah, it's all
figured out.
good, man.
Yeah. But I'm not going to say like that one could also go the other way. It depends on the setup of the battle, actually. But I don't know. I gotta lean.
Really does.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's really no wrong answer, because like if you said if Professor Xavier realized that Superman is on a warpath coming to him, no matter how fast he just happens to be by Cerebro, problem solved. That Superman can get there fast enough with his speed, and handicap him, i.e., give him brain surgery real quick to stop him from doing that.
Yeah.
Then it's game over. You know what I'm saying?
Or he has the Phantom Zone projector from the old Super Friends cartoons that just puts him in another pocket universe.
So it's
all right. So Christoph he put an interesting comment up. He said, "Incapacitate, not kill. Who would win if the goal is not to kill?"
I think Superman can do it, because I mean you can still do lobotomies and shit, and people still be alive and incapacitated.
Oh my god!
I think. Well, no. I think if we're talking about incapacitate, not kill, it's a little trickier because, it's the whole kryptonite argument, right? Like, people have kryptonite that can hurt Superman, but he can see that shit from thousands of miles away. He can hear you, like, so it's just like, in that instance, the only thing I can think of off the top of my brain that he would do is same scenario, holding off, and he would just either freeze breath or blow that dude out of his chair and knock him the hell out. But again, same answer as before. It could also go the other way. He who hesitates first, I think, maybe would be the trick to that fight.
And we all know Professor X is
could...
the title screen for hesitating.
Sometimes, but in the comic, man, there's times in the comic where he hasn't. He's just like, fuck this dude, click, and shuts him off. So, So I think I really do think that one could go both ways.
Or the reason why he's bald is an interesting reason, because he didn't want to kill somebody.
Yeah, that's in the Uncanny, or is that in the Ultimates?
I think that's Uncanny.
Yeah, I have to think back. I have like an actual DC and Marvel encyclopedia like 5 feet from me if we need to look up. Just heads up, you guys want to pull that out? Like,
nah, you'll be our
you'll
be our go-to.
It's Apocalypse, so that's Uncanny.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Cool. All right,
Which
man.
They fucked Apocalypse up in the movies too, so.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to talk about the movies as much because, like I said, when I was doing my crash course learning about these dudes, I was further getting more and more upset with how Fox handled the X-Men, and how was it Fox who has Fantastic Four as well? I think they did. How Fox was just
Sony.
Yeah. Fox had it. Oh, was it Sony?
I
thought Sony had Spider-Man.
I thought it was
they
Fox.
did Spider-Man, right?
Fox had Fantastic Four and X-Men.
Or maybe
no, it was 20th Century Fox because they had Spider-Man and Fantastic Four.
Did they? Well, Sony owns Spider-Man.
Yeah.
20th Century Fox. They may have owned the Fantastic Four, and then Sony bought them.
Yes,
the
they
movie
did.
with Michael B. Jordan. I think that was the Sony one, and before that,
You know what's funny, Jedi? You know what's funny? It's like anytime anybody refers to that movie, he's the only name that comes up. Nobody knows
Michael
who the
B.
other
Jordan.
three people.
because they all don't matter. So
No, there was
right.
there was
That's
old
why
boy
they
from
invited him to
Whiplash
come
in
to the
there.
Marvel Universe proper. Right. They're like, hey, we're gonna bring all these things over. Michael B, you got a part. The rest of you guys,
Right.
You guys should probably go see if there's Harry Potter stuff coming up you could be in. So
The dude who was the lead in that actually was in that movie Whiplash, which I thought was pretty good. So he was riding high, and he's just like, you know what? You're going to be in a superhero movie. It's like, bet, bring me that money. And then like, I don't know what he's been in since.
Oh, and the girl from House of Cards. I don't even know her name. But she was
The one who got pushed in front of the subway. That's how I know her.
exactly. So
pushed in
so
front
that
of
also
somebody
happened
for
in
that.
the X-Men movie or the Fantastic Four movie, right? She sort of pushed her career in front of the
Headphones
subway
came
doing
off.
that. So
Laughed so hard my headphones broke.
yeah, it's like something Mara.
Yeah,
Kate
What's her
Mara.
name? Kate Mara. Yeah, she was dope in House of Cards. She
was.
should have stayed hanging out with Kevin Spacey. So
Nah, she was too old and the wrong sex.
I'm done.
she's not in jail though.
Facts. Facts. Oh,
Actually,
man.
is he still hiding out here? Isn't he in that place in Wickenburg?
Is he in Wickenburg?
I thought
That's
all of
such
them
a
dudes,
weird
him,
place to
Harvey
be.
Weinstein. That's where that sanatorium or whatever the hell it is at, where they go for their therapy.
What?
Wickenburg, though? Wickenburg is like the worst place in the world. Like, I'd probably come out of there ready to hurt people.
The population is so low, they're
heal.
probably just like, he can't really fuck with anybody out here because there's only 7 people in the town.
Yeah, who
Right.
would
And
want
they're all,
to fuck with anybody
and they're
in
all
Wickenburg?
cowboys from like 1892
Yeah,
out there.
they will shoot your ass.
They almost killed.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, they almost shot me and Willie when we went to Tasty Freeze in there when we were going to.
We did.
we were going to
They were gearing up for the rodeo, and we
just stopped there for a bite.
We didn't have the right clothes on.
Yeah.
Are those sneakers?
Right. Y'all don't have boots and cowboy hats? And so we don't have that. I don't know what
Red
that
Dead
is.
Redemption. LARPing style.
Red Dead Online. Like, are y'all doing this for real?
Right. Had to order the cheeseburger like, I'd like to order a cheeseburger.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Cool.
man.
I appreciate you jumping on, though, Jedi. I didn't
right,
think
so
you was going to
moving
jump
on.
in.
Yes, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'll hang out or jump off, whatever's easy for you guys.
Nah, I mean, you can hang out
Man,
if you
you-
want. Cool. You're
You can
supposed to
hang
be
out.
here anyway.
You're more than welcome.
But due
Yeah,
to,
exactly. You're
due
more
to
than welcome.
circumstances.
All right.
All right, so
All right.
Well,
Spider-Man and Deadpool is where we're at. Oh man, where'd my picture go? I need to stop clicking off the picture. But here's what I got. I have Spider-Man moving on. And here's the reason why. Deadpool, I think the only superhuman or metahuman ability he has is the regeneration, right? And depending on the wounds he gets, what injuries he suffers, depends on how long he's recuperating from. He survived legit decapitations. He survived getting his head smashed by the Hulk. He survived a lot of shit. But again, I'm thinking, I mean, he's a trained assassin, knows how to do swords, katana, all that shit. Spider-Man is like a legit superhuman like if he was to punch Deadpool and break an arm, i.e. like when Deadpool was fighting Colossus and had injuries, he had to, he was hindered in a sense, right? So Superman was to land a punch with some superhuman power, it would legit cause damage to Deadpool. And I think Spider-Man would find a way to, I guess, not kill him since he cannot be killed, but to incapacitate him long enough to be able to move on and get away with his life.
I think so too. I don't think he. I think that's the thing is he would have to incapacitate him because Deadpool is kind of in the same, although at a much lower level boat as Galactus, right? He can't ever really be killed unless you completely get rid of every piece of it. Like even Superman would have to like vaporize all of his DNA.
Yeah.
So he doesn't regenerate.
Yes.
You know, and the spider sense, that's gonna trigger and any version of Spider-Man. Miles Morales, Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, doesn't really matter. You know, they're going to have that extra sense to avoid all of those weapons coming at them. You know, Miles has the electroshock if we're talking about that Spider-Man. You know, and then I don't know how far down this rabbit hole you want to go, but, you know, in the Old Man Logan storyline, Peter Parker's daughter is like gangster and she'll kill a dude like that, so with all those powers, and you know, I could just see him incapacitating Deadpool. It'd be a funny fight, I think.
It would be. It would be. It definitely would be.
So the homie Aaron talk about with fucking webs. Not Superman. Spider-Man has more powers than shooting webs, right? Y'all forget how retarded strong Spider-Man is. Like if you put all his force into a punch on top of his speed, which is faster than Deadpool's, like he will get a clean hit on Deadpool to fuck him up to the extent where he can incapacitate him to the point where my man can't move, right? Worst case, he does find something to decapitate my man. He's gonna put his head in a fucking web and sling that bitch to the other side of the fucking city or some shit and be on his way, right? Like, it's not just webs he's gonna shoot at Deadpool and be like, he's not a bank robber, you know, he's not stopping a dude from robbing a bank. Like, he's gonna have to put some effort into fucking up Deadpool, which I think he will.
Right, because Deadpool will put effort into trying to kill him.
Yes, Deadpool tries to kill everybody.
But right. Yeah.
What up, man?
Who you got moving on, Black?
I had Spider-Man.
Okay. So you have Professor X against Wonder Woman and Captain America against Spider-Man. And I got Superman, Wonder Woman, Captain America, Spider-Man. So I'll let you go first with your Professor X and Wonder Woman.
I moved on Professor X.
Based on the same reasons that
the same reason I moved him again.
Cool. For that one, I have Superman beating Wonder Woman. Like it'll be a epic battle depending on how Superman wants to go with it. But if he goes all out, like Wonder Woman may emotionally get him. Be like, hey, remember that time where me and you know, Superman be like, yeah, that was cool. On to the next one type stuff. But I think, again, if Superman is focused enough and he knows on the other side of the bracket, you know, somebody potentially super powerful is coming and he's the only one that can do it, he will do what he has to do to make it that he and that villain is fighting. So I say he's beating Wonder Woman.
I got you. I'm with you on that.
What say you, Jedi?
What you got, Jedi?
So they have both actually killed each other in comics before. Like there's comics where she's gone crazy and killed him. He's gone crazy and killed her. You know, just depending on what the storyline of that comic was. So on the first glance, people a lot of times think they're evenly matched, but they're really not, because she is immortal, but she is not invulnerable. Right. And that's a big key. She can take a lot of punishment and damage, but ultimately, you know, she can get cut and she can get shot and blown up, and she's more resilient to it and heals quick from it. But you know, at the rate that he could just fucking take your hit points, to use a D&D reference, like she's not going to come back from that. You know, and I mean, she has formidable skills. She's combat trained, probably better than he is. She has weapons that can hurt him, but you got to kind of get in close enough to sling that lasso or use the sword, and that's not his That's not his MO. So he's definitely doing F-22 ops and shoot from
Oh
a
my
distance, you know,
God.
and only gets in. You're welcome for that work reference.
That's funny as shit.
Right? He, you know, she's gonna be like, "Come on." He's like, "I'm good," you know. So,
And shout out to Sassy,
Yeah,
who is like, Wonder Woman has the invisible plane. She can't lose.
Yes.
did you ever see that cartoon, Sassy?
Yeah. I see that white outlined
You
plane
just see her sitting in there.
with this lady chilling at
You just see a
30,000
human
feet.
in a sit-in position. Yeah.
Yeah, they've upgraded the radar, Sassy. It's not Tipsy 75 no more.
The radar cross section is huge on that thing. Yeah. So I mean, it'd be a good battle,
Invisible jet.
but Superman would move on in that one. All right. So this one was hard for me. Captain America and Spider-Man. I moved on Spider-Man. And,
Oh no shit, did you?
And everybody knows how I feel about Captain America. When it comes to Marvel, that is my dude. Captain America is my dude. However,
Wow. You really moved on Spider-Man?
I did.
Dude, I fucking hate this shit because sometimes I be like, I'm making a play and nobody's gonna get this shit. And then I do it and then you do the same shit.
Oh, you moved Spider-Man too?
I moved on Spider-Man too.
All right.
Yeah.
Aaron's back in there with fucking webs. Oh man. Here's the thing. Let's not act like Spider-Man does not have the same, if not more, superhuman strength than Captain America, right?
He has more, way more.
He
I know.
absolutely does, yeah.
So I mean, like, my man throws the shield, my man catch. You know what I'm saying? It's like Spider-Man is stronger than Captain America. I love Captain America. He's a stand-up dude. You know what I'm saying? He like, I know I don't want to go to movies, but that fucking scene at the end of Endgame where he's about to it's him alone and he's gonna face the fucking hordes of Thanos' army, and he tightens up that busted ass shield and he's like, fuck it, I'm going in. Bruh, like, you can't. He got me in my feels. Captain America's my dude.
He's the truth. He
is.
is the truth.
Like,
No,
this fight with
if you really
Spider-Man
wanna-
is not going
if
to
you really
be.
want to know, the gist of my decision for
Yes.
Spider-Man, read Civil War the comic, because Civil War the comic is Spider-Man at his absolute best.
Oh,
Because
really?
now he's out in the open. His identity has been exposed, and now he has to fight for everything that he loves. It contradicts him, and it puts him into a box to where he has to defend himself. That shit is genius, and that's where you see the absolute best of Spider-Man.
Yeah, he would, that story, Mac, you nailed it. Like, if he were to, in that mode, be on the other side, he'd destroy most of the Marvel Universe members that he comes in contact with. He's super lethal. I know this hurt you, McCoy, to say
It did.
that.
It did, man.
But if it makes you guys feel better, I moved on Spider-Man too.
Okay.
Damn.
He just, he just has it.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Cap has the heart. It'll be a horrific fight. But
Like-
I mean, Spider-Man is just way overpowers
Oh, yeah.
him.
If Spider-Man has to get to that level, he destroys a lot of people on this list.
Bro,
Yeah.
In my mind, I was seeing such a bloody, tooth and nail battle, and Cap just didn't like, he knows he doesn't have it, but he keeps fighting, and Spider-Man puts him out his misery. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, it was a sad, like, I almost cried when I was doing the bracket because I was thinking about this battle, and Spidey moves on, man.
Yes, he does. On that note, let me go refill. I'll be right back. Y'all take over.
All right.
I'll be right back.
So then that leads me to the semifinal in this, I guess the final in this bracket, Superman and Spider-Man. And I moved Superman on.
Yeah.
Like,
Same.
I love Spidey too, but Superman is just too much, man. Too much.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm pretty sure, well, I don't know, because he had Professor Xavier there. So we'll see what he says when he comes back. But, so you said in the Asgard region, it kind of, your picks were lining up with what we were picking, Jedi?
Yeah, I missed like the first 20 minutes of this though, so I don't like. So I'll real quick. I'll just go. I had Mystique taking the Joker.
No, not
easy.
this one, not this one. We covered this one down here.
Oh, okay.
We're about
You're
to
down
cover
here.
this up here. Yeah.
Okay, so Magneto. Go back down to the. I can't see. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I had Magneto. I had Roz. I had Loki, and I had Galactus. And then I think I came to the same conclusion as Galactus takes Loki, Magneto takes Roz, and then Galactus takes Magneto.
Right. Before we get started over here, Aaron's like, I'm leaving, covered in webs. I didn't see Spider-Man picking up Thor's hammer. And
He could.
Aaron?
He has. I think
Aaron?
he has. I have to look in my book. Aaron's not wrong with all his his commentary.
Me and you, we understand Captain America, man. We understand Captain America. We love Captain America. I adore that man. I'm not afraid to say it. But I mean, in this instance, Thor's hammer wouldn't just be laying there for him to pick up, because Thor is up here fucking up other people in his bracket. So clean field. Captain America has his shield. Spider-Man has all his shit. Spider-Man just comes away with it, man. It hurts. Either way,
I would have liked to see Thor and Captain America fight.
If Captain America moved on, Superman was going to beat Captain America. So Captain America isn't going to make it to the finals anyway. So I'd rather him go down fighting this in a drug-out battle than just getting, obliterated by Superman. Because Superman has fought damn near way more powerful people than Captain America. And heart and integrity and service before self, excellence, and all we do isn't gonna get you past Superman, guy. Hey, so we were waiting on you to get back because we knew you had a different person. You had Professor Xavier and Spider-Man. Who'd you have winning that one?
Yeah, I had Professor Xavier.
All right, so he's in your final four?
Yep.
All right, cool. So now we come up here. Here's where feelings are going to be hurt. Off the rip.
I don't think feelings will be hurt over here.
Oh, they will.
I think people will be all right.
They will. We'll start from the top. Go ahead and tell us who you got, Black.
Wait, where are we at?
Metropolis region.
The Metropolis. Okay, so Joker and Mystique. I picked Joker.
Okay. Why'd you pick
Love
Joker?
Mystique. I love that. I love her ability. Mystique is one of the better villains in the Marvel universe, not just cinematic, because I thought she was ass in the cinematic.
Agreed.
But I thought that she is a great character. But overall, Joker is a once in a lifetime character. So I had to pick Joker.
So if you've been listening to the podcast, I think we had one where it was like one gotta go, and we just kept going, and it came down to like Marvel and DC. If you got rid of one, everything's gone. And people were bringing up the MCU, all 23 of those movies, excellent movies. Some more than others. And I chose DC to stay because I couldn't get rid of Batman and Joker, their hero-villain relationship. I think it's one of the better ones in comics. I love the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. but I chose Mystique to move on.
You know what? I think that Joker movie is what? Whoa.
Yeah, you heard me.
What?
Bro, let me ask you this. What and like I love the Joker, but this is me. What abilities does he have outside of just being clinically insane to the point where at any moment he can just be like, I'm gonna kill this person and do it?
Hold on. Back up. You
'Cause
picked
here's me.
Mystique over the Joker?
Mystique, shapeshifter, and as the years went on, she became more adept and was able to do things, i.e., almost like what's that movie? Terminator 2, the T-1000 dude can make blade hands, all that other shit. Yeah. So I'm just saying, and she could get to the point where she can like conceal her scent.
Silver arm, my guy.
Bro, she could get the Joker. She is a metahuman, bro. Like her physiology, like her cells
But there's no way to figure out how to beat him.
You kill him.
No way.
Mystique is not Batman. Mystique will kill him. That's the thing. Mystique will show up and be like, he's got to go. Like Batman will be like,
Joker can easily say Joker. He doesn't get enough credit for how smart he is. He doesn't. He's smart, which makes him crazy.
Joker is only, I can't believe I'm saying this. He's only that because he's in the Gotham realm where there's like no super heroes to fuck with, like to test him. You know what I'm saying? He's crazy smart. Batman's like logical smart. That's why they're like this. Mystique is coming from a place where I have killed people. Oh, you need me to kill the Joker? I will kill the Joker. Batman's just like, I can't do it. I can't kill the Joker. Like Mystique will be like, yeah, next. You know, that's where I'm at. What you got, Jedi?
This is ludicrous. This is ludicrous. What you get, Jedi?
I got Mystique taking a Joker.
What the fuck?
Hey!
So here's where I'm at. The Joker, in almost every incarnation, he's a human being. He's a crazy human being. He is intelligent, extremely intelligent. I think in some of the newer comics, they classify him as like having like super sanity as opposed to insanity. So he kind of has the ability to see things all the way through, and he is willing to kill at the drop of a hat. The problem that I have where he suffers, where his vulnerabilities are, is his relationship to anyone in the Bat family, right? So he doesn't have, they always say they have a love-hate relationship. No, they have, like the Joker has a borderline, like a
obsession,
super sexual and psychotic
Yeah.
obsession. So Mystique, being a shapeshifter and a trained assassin to boot, she's gonna shapeshift, throw him off. He'll probably think he's talking to Batman or maybe even a Robin. Like she's gonna do those things to disarm him with those shapeshifting abilities.
Now, do you think that him being super sane, because that is one of his abilities, you don't think he studies people every move? So he would know if something was off.
He might.
He would get that?
I do think he might figure it out in the course of the engagement. I don't doubt that. It also depends on who she replicates. If she tries to replicate Batman, because she does her homework when she's trying to impersonate someone in the comics anyway. In the movies, like you said, she's super trash. So
right,
she just
that would be interesting, because I would want to see who'd pick up on what first, and my bet would be Joker would pick up on the fact that Mystique isn't the person that
here's what I would say. Mystique probably
he might. I just think even if he does, she's still a trained assassin, and she's not going to waste time. Like Joker monologues, he likes to have that moment. She doesn't need to have that moment. She just needs to win.
I would feel
that's
like
kind of where I'm at.
Mystique would not want to shapeshift into somebody that the Joker knows that well. Like, i.e., he shows up to crash whatever ball or something, right? She would probably just be a regular ass person in there, right? While Joker's doing his monologue shit, bam, there he goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not gonna be somebody that the Joker is really familiar with. You know, i.e. somebody, I think Eric was like, she'll be Harley Quinn. Like, I think that would be a mistake on Mystique's part.
Agree.
Because the Joker would immediately pick up any small nuances that's not Harley, right?
Right.
Because Mystique may do her homework and stuff, but there are some things like memories. Like, Joker may test her loyalty, ask her some shit. Mystique give the wrong answer. Joker will kill her on the spot. Like, he don't give a fuck. Oh, that's not Harley. I think she would be more of like in the bank. Like, if the bank's being robbed, you know, she'd be there or something like that. Be a hostage, and Joker will come up like, I'm about to kill this person. The thing is,
I just think she would move so quick. She's not gonna waste time.
Right.
Like, did you guys watch?
No, go ahead.
Did you see, Calvin? Did you see the DC Injustice? You ever play that game?
Oh, Gods Amongst Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it.
So I think how I look at her and how she is you know, Superman just looked at him and just killed him. I think she's going to be the same thing. She's just going to look right at him and then slay him up. Give me a second while I'm going to listen to you guys talk. I got to try to move out of here where I'm at.
No doubt. But I think it's different. I think it's interesting that everybody is on the Mystique train.
Bro.
Wow.
Because the people who want to kill the Joker in Gotham are not metahumans, right? And the metahumans that are in Gotham, like, they end up working alongside or with the Joker, right? Like, there's nobody really out to stop the Joker except Batman. And the Joker knows Batman ain't 100% all in. You know what I'm saying? Mystique is 100% all the way in with powers.
I get that.
And that was hard too. That was a hard pick for me too, man.
My shit. That was a hard pick.
Oh, you don't have to change that one. I respect you. Stand your ground.
No. I'm not changing now.
Nobody has to change, I think, anything, right? Like, people are just, I'm sure, a lot of people that are not happy with what we've all been talking about. So I think that's okay. We're just, it's for fun.
No, because I agree with you guys. You know what I mean? I really do agree with you. I even agree with EJ. EJ brought up a great point. Like, she doesn't have to really say anything, and she can just move up close to him and shoot him.
Right.
That's a great idea.
Right.
But I'm not changing my shit.
All right. Next up, we have Ultron and Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix by a fucking landslide. It was a disgrace to me that she was 5.
That is another fact. Like, I tried to research, unless Jedi knows some shit about Ultron I don't know. I don't see a way that he defeats Dark Phoenix. Let alone, even if she wasn't Dark Phoenix, if she was Jean Grey, aware of all her powers and shit, he still would not beat her. So the fact that she now has the Phoenix powers with that as well.
Maybe.
You think there's a chance?
If she wasn't Dark Phoenix.
Oh, yep. I get where you're coming from.
So here, Ultron's the only way that Ultron has a way to get her is if he can get into the software of whatever she's at. So she's in the danger room.
Oh, okay.
He can get in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
But not as Dark Phoenix. All the software upgrades in the world ain't gonna help him out.
That was
as Jean Grey, yes.
Yeah. So that was pretty easy for me. Like, I tried to
Dark
look
Phoenix,
up.
No.
I was like, is there some mystery story arc about Ultron I don't know about where he has these ridiculous... Nope, he doesn't. Okay. Dark Phoenix.
There was a little known cartoon that came out a few years back where it has... I can't remember what it was called. It might have been like the Next Avengers but it was like... It was a cartoon that took place in the future, and it was all the Avengers kids, like Captain America's son, Thor's daughter, and in that.
Oh, the new Avengers.
Is that what it was? And then,
yeah,
like in that one, they kind of, to a degree, showcase that Ultron, unless you get every scrap of code that's out there in the universe, he can just keep coming back because he's in like the ether, the Wi-Fi. He just will find the next thing to get into. So that's his kind of like Galactus. Like you have to really. No one has ever been able to like completely, totally annihilate him. He just comes back because he's actually part of the cosmos or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's. But Dark Phoenix, no, she's super duper powerful.
Next up,
compared to Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one,
the only person I would have gave her credit on was Professor X. Because I think she's stronger than him.
Yep.
She is, but he's also her weakness.
Yes.
Yeah. Will we move forward?
Or Doctor Strange, who I didn't see on this bracket at all.
No, because according
Doctor Strange was not on here, and there was a comment that Thanos wasn't on here. Thanos doesn't need to be on here.
No, he already got beat in the movie.
Yes.
So of course he could get beat in the comics.
Exactly.
So Darkseid and Venom. This is another one that I did research on, and it seemed like an easy choice. So then I did some extra research to see if I was missing anything, and I didn't see anything that Venom could do or could, I don't know. Like Darkseid ran away with this one.
Yes.
Same.
Yes.
Same.
I thought y'all was gonna hit me with some some off-brand
there's
commentary.
nothing Venom can do to Darkseid.
All right.
No.
I just
Unless
see
he
Venom getting fucked up by Omega
with
beams.
the Kryptonian, and then maybe.
Darkseid growing to the size of a building, shooting Omega beams, fucking up Venom. That's all I saw, and I'm just like, I don't care how many people you eat, Venom. Like, them shits hurt. Ask Superman, them shits hurt.
Hell yeah, they do.
Now, Lex Luthor and Red Skull.
But they don't kill him.
Lex Luthor and Red Skull. This one I was going back and forth on for a while. So I read up on Red Skull, and correct me if I'm wrong. Super brilliant person, but according to the comics, he initially did not have the super soldier strength and all that shit that Captain America does. He just is like super hella smart. His mind gets transported into different bodies and just stuff like that. And then he gets those abilities. And he also had some of Professor X's DNA in his brain where he was able to do some crazy super shit. Lex Luthor is also smart as shit. He has the tech. He has the money behind him like evil Tony Stark in a sense. But after reading what I did, I moved Lex Luthor on in a battle between the two brainy kids. What you got, Jedi?
So
he had to clear his throat for that shit.
Yeah, this one actually of all of these, almost all of the entire bracket, this was the one that kind of I put a lot more thought in and went back and read a few things. So at both throughout the entire history of the comics, at certain points they both don't have super abilities, and at other times they both do. Lex at one point in one of the comics, if you guys read Public Enemies, he's like juicing with some kryptonite based juice that makes him really strong. Not quite Superman strong, but I think like Hawkman strong.
Yeah.
And kind of just looking at the totality over the course of both of these characters' range, this is the one that I almost was going to come on here and go, it's a draw. But I think just because Luthor is got the long game always on his mind, and the Red Skull, the Red Skull's advantage is at some point he doesn't give a fuck about the long game. He's just gonna shoot you because like he's over it.
You're in his way now.
Right.
Yeah. So I think if they're battling up, and in my mind they're full energies, where the Skull has the super soldier serum and he has all of his faculties against him, and Luthor has like his battle suits and all that kind of stuff. I think the edge is going to go with Luthor because as much as I think the Red Skull has the more murderous capability, Luthor's got the cooler head. And
Luthor never let his emotions guide what he was trying to do.
No, only rarely.
Yeah.
And only with Superman.
Only with Superman.
So I give this one to Luthor.
Yeah, because EJ brought up that Red Skull's an excellent tactician and skilled in espionage. He's a skilled soldier. So you don't think Red Skull could figure out some way to infiltrate, LexCorp, and get close to be able to assassinate Lex? Or you think Lex would?
I think he could.
Right.
I think
he definitely could.
But they would both do that to each other. Like
right.
as Luthor Corps gets infiltrated, so is Hydra. So
yeah. I think Luthor will move on Hydra before they moved on LexCorp. I think so.
I imagine this battle being in an office conference room during a staff meeting. These dudes in suits, and they're just like regular punching and like, let go of my hair. You stop first. Stop biting me. You know, that's how I see this fight. But for some reason, I got Lex winning.
Yeah.
So everybody move Lex on, right? I
agree.
Cool.
Yep.
So now at the top, Black, you got Joker in Dark Phoenix, and me and Jedi got Mystique in Dark Phoenix. Who do you have winning out of your bracket or that matchup?
Phoenix. Phoenix wins because it doesn't matter if it is Dark Phoenix. Doesn't matter if it's Joker or Mystique. Dark Phoenix is going to win that. She's way too powerful for either of them.
Now, this was brought up by Jedi, and I'll probably let him explain it. I had Dark Phoenix moving on, but it wasn't as easy. It was not as easy.
Woo!
As if Joker moved on, it would have been a wash. If Joker was to see Dark Phoenix.
Hold on, Max having an emotional event.
Lord Jesus.
Do you need an AED?
No, I'm good. Boy,
listen.
If y'all telling me they was about to be Phoenix, woo.
Listen to my reasoning though. Dark Phoenix is an emotional being, right? Like she's triggered by emotional events, people from her past, shit like that. Is she not?
Oh yeah, Logan's killed her just because he's Logan and she can't like hurt him.
Right. So if Mystique was to change into these individuals, to have Dark Phoenix put her guard down, Mystique could probably do something. So that's where I'm saying. But
no.
I moved on Dark Phoenix.
No.
What?
It won't work. That shit won't work. Because she plays games with Logan. She tries to get in his head. And if she does that shit with Mystique and finds out that she's playing with him or playing with her, she's gonna fucking kill her, dude. Like, no questions asked.
All right,
so I went down the same road as McCoy with trying to figure this out, right? But the difference where I think the Mystique tactic would work on Joker of sneaking in or trying to play somebody wouldn't work
would not work on the thing.
Right, it would not work on the Phoenix because the Phoenix's power, like Jean Grey is a psionic telepath, so she's already connected to who you are walking in the room. Joker's just a crazy dude. So he, like Max said earlier, he might pick up that you're not behaving right, but she's already going to know before you actually step in the room. So when I went down that road, that's how I was like, okay, there's zero chance. Like her best bet would be to change into a fucking like, you know, cab driver and just leave, like not even show up for this. So
just get out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody has Dark Phoenix moving on. So now Darkseid and Luthor wasn't even a contest. I moved on Darkseid.
Yeah.
Same.
Darkseid moved on.
All right.
Yeah.
So now this is where I was like, shit, because This choice was not made.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Until 7:00 p.m. Because I was going back and forth.
I'm stuck on this bracket. Am I lying when I told y'all it's going to be a game time decision?
Okay.
Every choice that I make on this side of the bracket is going to happen right the fuck now. It's gonna happen.
Fuck it, we do it live.
I'm gonna do it. And if you want to embrace it, embrace it. If you want to debate it, go fuck yourself. We can debate it.
I like how Matt gets the go fuck yourself out of the way up front so that it doesn't have to repeat itself later.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
So, for me, I have Darkseid moving on.
Yeah, Darkseid is in your final four.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right. Bad side of the bracket. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off.
You moved Darkseid on too?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I think we all did, right?
I don't
you,
know.
Jedi?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was sitting here like, I know she's strong and shit, but what I read about Darkseid.
Darkseid has the quantum equation access. He's got access to Metrons.
Bro. He has the whole army of.
He has.
Is it,
well, it's not the army. It's his access to the universal abstract that he would then be able to use to figure out how to snuff out the Phoenix Force.
Right.
Because he has been able to do things like that. That's just kind of where I was at with him and her.
Plus, them Omega beams will fuck her up.
Yeah, like it'd be a cool fight for like 65 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, it would. It'd be a great ass fight until he figures that.
Yeah, those 60 seconds when he learns that shit, he's like, "Oh, now I get it."
Oh, you got a lot of fire. Like my planet that I'm from literally spits out fire larger than continents on Earth. So I'm good. So
yeah, right.
It's like my space heater.
Hey, you need a job? You need a
All right.
job?
So in our final four, we have Darkseid here. Cool.
Yep.
All right. So here's
Wait. Who did we figure out between? Because I had who's the three y'all have?
I got Darkseid going against Galactus on the villain side, and Superman and the to be determined on the hero side.
Oh, so we didn't go who was in the final four on your side, right?
No, because so far we only have three of the four. Because we have this last bracket here.
Well, who's in your final four right now?
Darkseid, Galactus, and Superman.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So my final four is Darkseid, Galactus, Professor X.
Yep.
All right, cool. Just making sure.
Let's start from the bottom on this one. Because the top
Are we really gonna start there?
The top is emotional. The top is emotional.
Not for me.
Hey,
I was kidding.
Hey, for everybody tuning in, I told y'all this shit was going to be petty on Will's part. I told y'all this shit.
All right, we'll start from the top. Fuck it. We started from the top everywhere else. If you know me, you know my love for Batman is as deep as the waters of the Pacific Ocean. I adore.
We're talking Mariana's Trench love right now.
Hey, did you crush oceans of time for Batman?
For the bats. For the bats. When this bracket initially came out, I looked at this thing. I was like, Batman. I'm a victim of the dude. Like every time somebody posts who wins this fight, I'm like, how much prep time does Batman get? And people are like, get the fuck out of here. Like I'm like, because if you give Batman prep time and a desert, like he will figure out a way to beat somebody, right? So immediately I look at the whole bracket. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be tough for Mr. Bruce out here. Because I look at the thing and I was tainted by the Final Four, Fantastic Four movies. I'm like, this dude is a pushover. The dude is a clown. There's no way Batman can't beat him. Then I read up about comic book The Thing, and I'm just like, oh shit. Wow. Batman, like, the fight will be, he's gonna give it everything he got. He gonna use everything on his belt.
No,
he gonna try and grappling hook some shit. He gonna throw the batarang a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I don't see Batman beating the Thing. If the Thing came out
in the first round,
if the Thing came out ready to go blow for blow with Batman, because I'm looking at Batman, and yes, there's comic arcs where he fights Superman and he overcomes this. Like, I'm gonna just be real. I love Batman because in his setting, it works. If you're bringing in superhuman people to fight him with the intent on killing Batman, Batman is gonna have problems. So I didn't see him beating the Thing. I moved the Thing on. Batman takes the L in the first round. I still love you, man. You still my boy, Blue.
Fucking God.
But Batman takes the L the first round.
Oh my God. Hold on. Let me hit the chat because they got to know it's coming. They got to know it's coming. Oh, it's going down.
Oh, shit.
It's going down. All caps.
Batman is out, guys. I'm sorry.
Hey, y'all know when I told y'all when this shit started, I was like, that shit is low-key petty. This is what I'm talking about.
So let me...
I knew he had Batman with...
So Smitty's in here, and he's like, he beat Clayface and Killer Croc. I'm like, I mean, if you... Bro, I've gotten Play-Doh out of carpet before, too, man. Like, if you're made of clay... It's not hard to beat you, bro. Freeze him. I'm gonna shoot a fucking... And it's like Batman knew he was going after Clayface, so he built shit to go against Clayface. You know, it's not like Clayface showed up in the Wayne Manor and was like, bow, and Batman was just like, aha, freeze ray. You know, he doesn't carry one around everywhere he goes. So the people that he's beaten is because he had prepped. I.e., when he fought Superman, my man prepped. He was like, this man is coming with it. I need a whole suit of armor. I need this. I need that. I need all this shit. So if the Thing just dropped down in Gotham and Batman was patrolling in his fucking Batmobile, Batman on his person would not have enough shit to fuck with the Thing.
What Batman versus Superman are we talking? Are we talking the movie or the cartoon?
I'm talking the DC animated. I'm talking the DC animated.
Okay.
Dark Knight. Was it the Dark Knight? No, it's just the Dark Knight. Part 1 and 2, I think.
It was the Dark Knight Returns is what you're talking about. You're talking about the Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to Batman versus Superman, I need to get this out the way and then we can move on.
No, go ahead. By all means, say what you got to say.
So the only reason that these things work where Batman comes out on top, and I know I'm going to piss a whole lot of people off, and I don't give a flying fuck because I love Batman too, but Batman would be a scorched little cinder left in a real knockdown drag out. And the only reason that Batman ever wins against Superman is because he knows Superman deep down. And this is actually in Hush. You guys read Hush?
Yes.
You guys read, right? So Batman even tells Catwoman when they're fleeing Superman, who is under the influence of Poison Ivy, we need to fucking move, and we need to move quickly. He is fighting with everything he's got inside his brain to hesitate, and that is the only reason we're not going to die like in the next few seconds, because deep down Superman is a really, really good dude. and the only way I will beat him is because deep down I'm really not. So he won't kill him, but he knows that Superman is going to hesitate, like almost at the genetic level because of who Superman is.
Yep.
But in a regular knockdown drag out where he doesn't have that capacity, Superman will be standing on top of fucking Sputnik, orbiting the Earth and just looking at dudes and lasing the shit out of them, and only taking the time with the bigger dudes just because he wants to have fun. Like, so everybody that's like all up on Batman's jock about he could take out Superman, fuck you guys.
Bro.
You don't know anything about anything, man.
He had his back broken by a dude on steroids.
Right.
Back.
Exactly. So
Spinal.
Batman's cool. He's edgy, as my kids like to say. He's the edgy character. Cool, good for him. I'd rather be able to crack the moon in half than be edgy. So,
Oh my God.
So yeah, I had the thing moving on, bro. What you got? What you got, Black?
Before this list even hit the public, I had the thing winning.
So you were gonna be the one.
My only concern, my only concern was how much blowback am I gonna get? Obviously none right now.
My shit's not edgy no more. Cool. So we're all on the same page. This one hurt.
I had the thing winning.
This one hurt. This one hurt. Not as much as the Captain America Spider-Man one, but this one was up there. This one was.
You know what put this in perspective for me? The fact that Black Panther wasn't on this list.
and he should have
He
been.
should have been. He very well should have been. Because Black Panther is on a cap level, and he wasn't on this list.
Don't throw that on there, because
And
if
the
they would end
fact
up
that
meeting and
a
fighting,
lot of people-
I would have felt hurt too.
Nah, if Batman and Black Panther got into a fight, I'd totally choose Black Panther. Totally.
Well, of course, like I said, like these people have shit that Batman don't have, like superhuman
That
abilities.
is true.
So it's like
That is
I'm
very
looking at
true.
Batman. Just the thing that makes him awesome is his way to analyze threats before just showing up. Like he's like, Mr. Freeze is gonna be there. This is his weakness. Let me create a weapon that I can use against him, which is amazing, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
But he ain't ready for the thing. So, moving on.
Nah.
Versus the Hulk. Iron Man. I have the Hulk moving on. Even though, don't come at me in the comments talking about Iron Man beat the Hulk in Ultron Avengers with the Hulk Buster, all that shit. I'm looking at it like, if the Hulk was full up Hulk, like Planet Hulk, like coming back to Earth after he figured out motherfuckers sent him away, and then he falls in love, and then all that shit happens on planet, he comes back and just runs Rochambeau over everybody. That Hulk, even Tony Stark knew. He was like, we got to get this dude off world or he's gonna fuck up the entire planet. Nobody can stop this dude. The Hulk would smash Iron Man. And I love petty ass Tony Stark. I love how he's sarcastic and shit. But if the Hulk really wanted to fuck up Iron Man, the Hulk will fuck up Iron Man. So the Hulk moves on.
Was this a game time decision for you?
Nope.
So you pre-planned this?
Oh, bro, this whole week, man. Teleworking and focusing on this bracket.
You're welcome.
You got Iron Man moving on, Black? That's what you about to tell me.
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Did you pre-plan?
Okay. Who you got, Jedi?
I had Hulk moving on because the gamma shit in him, it doesn't allow him to be killed. He's like Wolverine on steroids. You can't kill
Right.
Hulk.
But then I took that in consideration. Like,
So
a lot of these
that's
people
why-
cannot be killed. Can they be incapacitated to the point where the fight's done and the other person can move on?
You can't even do that to Hulk because He's always mad, and anger fuels him. So if you fuck with him, he's going to be angry, and he's not going to go to sleep. You have to give everything you got. You have to get tired. He doesn't.
What you got, Jedi?
Hulk could be knocked out, but not by anything that Iron Man has ever done in any of the comics that I can recall ever.
I agree with that.
He has,
And
been
that's
taken-
why he wins.
yeah, he has been knocked out, but not by Tony Stark.
Yeah. And
So
yeah, like I'm sure if you gave this man prep time, which the Hulk is not finna give you, the Hulk is destroying him. All right, the Flash and Thor. I'm gonna let Jedi go first.
Not a hard choice. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jedi. Who you got?
the Flash and Thor. You know what? I actually forgot about these two. I need a second.
All right. Who you got,
Flash
Black?
and Thor.
I picked Thor. And that wasn't hard.
Now I picked Thor as well, and I had to read up. Like, the speed that the Flash has so many, I guess, effects or like side powers or whatnot. Like, he just doesn't just run fast. It's a whole lot of other shit that he can do. Like steal. I don't know if it's stealing or borrowing. Kind of like how when Goku does the spirit bomb, he gets, the power from everybody else. Like, if the Flash like uses the kinetic movement of other people who are like walking around, like this dude, the speed he runs at is ridiculous. And I'm just like, yes, that my man can like vibrate his cells through solid objects. He can travel in time. And then I'm like, well, I know Flash seems kind of OP, so I went to go look up what Thor has, and like, he's no slouch either. He can actually like, I forget what it said, not berserker mode, but there's a mode or a mode he gets into where he can enhance his already enhanced powers, can see shit moving faster than the speed of light, which I'm thinking, well, the Flash moves way faster than that. So is there a chance that the Flash will move faster than Thor can react? Thor can obviously take a beating, can give a beating. But when it's all said and done, like, I moved Thor on based on the fact that he is a god. He's been given, certain affinities from Odin to keep him safe. Like, I think it'd be a great battle. I wish like this was an actual fight, but I picked Thor to move on. And like, I get he can move at superhuman speed and stuff, but outside of Superman, I don't know if anybody moves as fast as the Flash. But I have Thor winning this. And it was hard because in my head I'm thinking like, my man will send lightning down, but if the Flash moves faster than lightning, how is that shit gonna hit the Flash? All this other stuff was running through my mind, but my gut was just like, shut the fuck up and move Thor on because he's a god. So I'll move Thor on because he's a god.
Nope, I agree.
Cool. You still thinking, Jedi?
No, I kind of figure out what I want. So this is, Mac, you got more to talk about, or you just?
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
You just pick Thor. You're good.
No, I picked Thor because the Flash is good. He's fast, but it's nothing that Thor hasn't faced before.
So I think my dilemma would be Speed Force Flash, moving through multiple dimensions.
Paradox.
Being able to, like if he's able to like jump through dimensions and like time and space, and using that in a combat mode, which he has done in some of the comics, that would be a fucked up fight. Like Thor would have a really hard time, I think, with that.
No, I don't think he would. I don't think he would. And the thing that makes me think that is because, fuck, I had it in my mind and I lost it.
Well,
I don't think so though.
I'm the only one that I think is not drinking right now, which I feel really bad about. But I don't think Thor would lose. I just think that would be really hard for him to figure out. But I also think that his thousands of years of combat experience, he would be able to adapt because he's fought creatures across realms and all that kind of stuff. But I could kind of see it going either way. I think I would move Thor forward for the sake of this bracket. But I think I'm going to actually think about this post podcast because it could go another way. As Flash is a really underrated character if you think about it, and you really have to find all these nuanced storylines where he does crazy shit that most people, that are just the casual comic fan don't even know about. Yep. So
they're just like,
but I do think Thor's
fast.
combat experience, his access to magic, if he hits the Flash even once with that hammer.
Oh yeah,
it's over. Wrap. Like even a side glance.
Oh yeah,
his whole jaw come apart at the speed of light as he's running past it. But
it's not even the force of Thor's swing. It's like if you're running that fast and run into fucking Mjolnir, it's like fuck, bro.
Oh yeah, like
ouch.
The one consistent goofy thing that drives me nuts about Flash, but also kind of hits home, is in the comics, in the movies, in the cartoons, in every iteration, he fucking trips sometimes. So as fast as he's moving, as fast as he can see, he ain't the most graceful dude in the world.
Right.
And in a combat fight against a dude like Thor, that's gonna matter.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it will. Absolutely.
All right. So Thor's on. Now this one, I had to look at the picture, and it looks like it's Hal Jordan. Did you guys take this as Hal Jordan Green Lantern?
That's what it looks like.
It does.
But
it does.
I think I know where you're going with this. I also have two answers to this question.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
If you are watching this video, share this shit because I'm pretty sure there's way more comic book fans out there. Share this so we can get more people into the Final Four. Share this shit.
The debate.
Yes.
Being this looking like Hal Jordan, Wolverine would eat this man's lunch. Now, is it going to be as simple as I made it sound? No. But Hal Jordan's, and like you guys are in the comics, but from what I've read, it seemed like he was not where John Stewart was at when it came to dispatching enemies. Hal Jordan looked more of, I'm a fighter pilot, I'm a, test dude, I'm flashy. John Stewart's like, I'm an ex-Marine, I trick the threat, we move on. Wolverine's mindset, y'all, everybody knows Wolverine's backstory and shit. Like, he's a savage dude, man. Like when it's game on, it's game on. I think of the Marvel universe, hero wise, I think he has the most bodies under his belt. I could be wrong, but I think he wouldn't even think twice about.
No, you're talking about rated R Wolverine.
That's what I'm saying. Like when people see Logan for Logan, like he doesn't knock people out with the adamantium claws. You know what I'm saying? Like
Logan's body count in the comics has got to be higher than like fucking Ebola. Like it's just like, yeah.
And the Green Lantern's ring, its power comes from his will. I think the fact he's fighting Wolverine and Wolverine gets up, it keeps coming at him. I think his will gets lower and lower. He runs out of juice. His ring doesn't work. Wolverine finishes him off. Wolverine moves on.
Jedi, what you got?
Wolverine versus Hal Jordan. Wolverine takes it. Wolverine has infinitely much more powerful willpower with all of his vast experiences over whatever, he's like almost a couple hundred years old, right? So with his experience, with all of the crap he's been through that he's had to overcome, his will is damn near indomitable. Now, Hal Jordan in the comics, he's got that fighter pilot mentality, and I'm going to leave, I was going to lead up the joke of we're all one Charlie Fives. We all know fighter pilots, and we all know that they're good at their thing that they do, but usually, at least in my experience, I don't want to speak for you two, it's only that thing that they do. The rest of the time, like, they don't know how to write EPRs and shit. So, but if you extrapolate that in the comics, Hal Jordan, there was a period of time, especially when he was teamed up with Green Arrow, where he had some hardcore, heavy-hitting storylines, and he was pretty potent. But I still don't think over the run of his entire career that he has better willpower than Wolverine, because he has also been defeated so many times by brute strength, just overpower. Like, Superman is broken out of his constructs. Batman has pulled the ring off of his finger just by thinking about it in the Justice League storylines. Like, Hal Jordan's talking to him, and all of a sudden his costume's going away, and he's like, what the fuck? And Batman's like, got the ring, like, this is cool. So it's a weapon based on willpower, and I think Wolverine can defeat that. Now, John Stewart, Green Lantern, that's a different situation. John Stewart, a Marine, a hard dude, grew up hard. That is going to be a much different battle. But the picture is Hal Jordan, so I give it to Wolverine pretty easy, actually.
Yeah, Wolverine takes this, but listen, let me go to the comments real quick. Dog, y'all have me fucking rolling over here. It's like Jenny Brooks. I feel Wolverine would eat that man's breakfast, second breakfast,
What do you want me to call
lunch,
this?
snacks, dinner.
We're doing the podcast.
Oh, hello.
This is
what's
Aubrey,
up?
guys. Yeah,
Hi,
she's
sorry to interrupt.
we're doing the podcast for the superhero stuff.
Hi.
Are you talking about the breakfast, second breakfast?
Yeah. That shit had me dying. Like, I was trying to listen to Jedi and not laugh. Like, so.
EJ got me with the Green Lantern will be trying to plug his ring in. It's about to say 10% time out. I need to charge it real quick.
That shit had me dying.
I wish
I was over here
see the
trying
comments.
not to laugh.
No. Yeah. I mean, you got to think
Oh
about
my
it. You're in the
God.
middle of a fight. Like, Wolverine's claws, they stay out. Green Lantern's ring starts running out. You got to go to the fucking lantern and hold up real quick. Try to hold it up. Put your hand in there real quick. Like, time out.
A car chase where you have to stop at the gas station until the cops
It's halftime.
fill up.
Even EJ was like, this green light's pissing me off, bub.
Yeah.
That fucking shit is ridiculous. Be no contest.
Take your ring off. We know your wife's in Venus, dickhead.
Oh man. All right. So now I have the Thing and the Hulk. And I think the Thing is a poor man's Hulk. So you have real Hulk, and real Hulk's like, get the fuck out of here, Thing. So the Hulk moves on.
Hulk is in. Okay, yeah. I'm waiting.
Go lay down.
He's in your big A.
Hey, take him out of here. Go on.
You said you're moving the Hulk on too?
Sorry about that, guys.
Black? It's all good.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So Jedi, you got the Hulk beating the Thing?
Yeah,
All right.
that was way easy.
Jennifer's
That was
like
easy.
pebbles. That is what the Thing will be reduced to, pebbles.
Right. He's gonna look like the guy that Thor hit in the second movie, like hit him with the hammer and just turned to a pile of rocks. Remember that shit? Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
All right. Now Thor and Wolverine. I think this was actually a DC animated. I don't know if it was a movie. I know it was like a 45-minute type thing. I love the hell out of Wolverine. I respect him, but there's no way he's fucking with Thor. So I moved Thor on.
Whew. I had the same thing.
Okay.
I moved Thor on. I thought there was going to be a debate there. I really did. I really thought there was going to be.
I mean, it's not like Wolverine's going to be a bitch about it. You know, like Wolverine will take.
No, he's not going to lay down. It's not.
Yeah, but I mean,
No, like so. This is Thor. Just pummels Wolverine with that electrocution, and Wolverine will just fucking pass out. Like he'll heal if he doesn't die, but he's gonna not be able to sustain that for very long. And the thing in the comics too, like, you know, in the movies, Thor's hammer, when it bounces, it like kind of bounces off of Cap's shield, but the only reason it does that in the comics is because Cap's shield is like, in the movies they say, you know, the Cap's shield is vibranium, but in the comics, Cap's shield is the only thing in the universe that is actually a blend of vibranium and adamantium.
Oh shit.
So, you are right. You're right. Because when I was watching Black Panther, I was like, I thought his shield was made out of adamantium. And it was like,
so when in the comics, when they made Captain America's shield, the scientist was trying to melt the adamantium and combine the adamantium and vibranium. And it's a stupid ass storyline where he like fell asleep, woke up, and it was already hardened to the disc. And he doesn't
right.
But Cap's shield in the comics is like the strongest thing in the universe. It cannot be broken. It has in certain storylines, but reality is Wolverine's claws can't cut through it. When they do the X-Men vs. Avengers comic series, and Wolverine and Cap square off, he slices the shield and his sparks fly, and Cap's shield is like, super clean. I mean, the paint scratched off, but that's all it is to it. And Wolverine's kind of like, what the fuck, but Thor's hammer, he could probably repeatedly pound some of that adamantium, bend it up a little bit. Yeah. But I think he would just they'd battle around until they were starting to get exhausted, and Thor would electrocute him and just knock him out, and then go for the headshot after that, I guess. He's got magic at his back, at the end of the day.
Yep. So it's a tearful goodbye, but Wolverine's out of here. Now Hulk and Thor.
I love you, Logan.
The showdown we were promised in Thor Ragnarok and did not get. It was a decent little fight, but Black, who you got between these two here?
Thor and Hulk?
Yep.
Now, if you have been listening to this show the whole time, I told you I was stuck. This is where I'm stuck. On one side, you have Hulk, who is ultra powerful in the comic books.
Yep.
Only gamma rays can destroy him. I have not seen any evidence of Thor manipulating gamma rays to destroy the Hulk. I haven't. On the other side, you have a demigod. Thor is also as powerful as Hulk. One of the greatest storylines is Planet Hulk, where Hulk eventually runs into Thor and meets his match. I'm stuck here. I'm going to make a game time decision, and I am going to go Thor off a flip of a coin.
Cool. Because I can see this going anyway. But I would choose Thor.
It can go anyway.
I would choose Thor based on the fact that Thor lives for the fight too, right? Viking, Norse god, Hulk lives for the fight too. They both have their rage modes. Thor goes in berserk mode where he would fuck up enemy and friend, but since it's just one-on-one, he could just focus all that rage on the Hulk. I feel he puts the Hulk to sleep and moves on. Like it's an epic battle. Half the Earth is destroyed, but Thor moves on on my bracket. What you got, Jedi?
I have the same for most of the same reasons, and I kind of went through my way back machine of some comics that I had to go dig out to kind of look at as powerful as the Hulk has been. So like right now, and it's coming to an end, I think, but there's a series out called Immortal Hulk.
Oh yeah,
which kind of goes in right where what Mac was talking about earlier, where he really has almost no way to be killed except by like extreme cosmic kind of intervention, which I think Thor can bring to the table. He hasn't historically utilized gamma specifically, but I know that he can control like the elements, the weather, and that includes cosmic elements. So I think he could manipulate the energy through Mjolnir, like as a channel method, and he could probably call up gamma. Physically, it's going to be almost a draw, but the hammer does take him over the top, and I think, like you said, he puts him to sleep, and then he'll defeat him if he doesn't kill him.
Right.
But it will cause interstellar damage. So
and he better
any of the big three, Superman, Hulk, Thor, it's going to cause like mass chaos.
Yeah. So Thor's he's the last
I agree.
entry on the final four. So on the hero side, we have Thor versus Superman. And on the villain side, Darkseid versus Galactus. So I like how there's one Marvel, one DC in both of these things. Well, actually, yeah, one Marvel, one DC. I like it. My wife jumped in here and said Thor, and I know why she's voting for Thor. She knows nothing of the comics or nothing now. If somebody other than Chris Hemsworth played Thor, she would not be rooting for Thor.
Does she know it's not a modeling contest?
Let me tag somebody in this shit, because she did a whole other bracket, and then she did it by the sexiest actors, and I was like, "How dare you? How dare you? How dare you do?"
Right. And the funny part is when what was it? Endgame came out with Fat Thor. All of a sudden, she started liking Captain America. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants sex.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all Captain America and America's ass and shit. Now, you know what I'm saying? So.
It's all right.
She don't really love Thor. She just loves him for his body.
It's just an entanglement. She'll be okay.
Yes.
If she has an entanglement with Thor, ain't shit I can do about it. I'd be just like Will Smith sitting at the table.
No, you can't even get mad.
Bad marriage for life.
I know.
Oh man.
Yo, we need to re-engage this Will shit.
We will. We will. So do y'all want to do heroes first in the final four or villains first?
Let's do villains. Let's do villains, because I feel like that's the easier one.
All right.
I don't, but okay. I think it's a hard one.
Do you want to hold off?
No. I want to. I'm.
The hero one is hard.
First. See,
they're both.
That one's easier.
They're both.
One is easier.
I think they're both. To me, looking at it, like
I think you both know where I'm going with this whole thing, but the debate's going to be the fun part. But I think
hold on.
You saw my wall.
What's your guys' final four?
Jedi's like, you saw my wall. You know what it is.
I'm prepared to have this debate too.
What's your guys' final four right now?
So if I'm tracking, it's Superman, Thor, Darkseid, and Galactus.
Yes. You have Professor X in yours, though.
And you got Professor X.
That's the only difference. Yeah, that's the only difference.
All right, so we'll do the superhero side first, since that's the different
and dude,
side.
dude, all jokes aside, like I think Professor X can actually really be a contender in this whole thing. I'm not blind to your choices and where you come from, bro.
No, I just think putting him as an 8 seed, against Superman first round was kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
When you have Catwoman,
Really
have Catwoman as a legit 6 seed. Like, fuck is happening?
Which is ridiculous.
She's better than Professor X? Okay. I guess in a fucking race, I guess, but
maybe in a strip club, and that's about it.
Hey,
right.
Catwoman on the pole. Listen, that's
because she could use her legs, though. I mean, Professor X can't really be on a pole. He ain't got no legs. I don't know what his upper body strength is because he has that gliding chair, so it's not like he's.
But he can will himself. He can will himself on a pole.
You know exactly what Professor X would be doing if he was in a club and saw Catwoman. He would be like, "Come here,
hey, listen,
none of
come here
that shit,
for a second."
None of that shit. His lower body don't even work. He'd just be in the club like, I wish.
But he can get in people's minds. He can be like, listen, this is the biggest thing you ever seen on this pole.
It ain't the same.
My thing is the pole, and I'm climbing up.
Right.
All right. So Black, since you got the one odd dude out, how do you see your hero side? Who do you got going to the final?
So I had Professor X versus Galactus, and I moved Galactus into the final.
What? I'll talk about your hero side. Oh, you're doing it. We'll do the villain side then. No. Since you already did the villain, we'll stay on the villain side to make it a reveal.
Yeah, it's Galactus versus Darkseid, and Darkseid is in the final.
I went Galactus as well.
Yeah.
I was looking at Darkseid. Of all the villains over here, he's probably the I guess the best competition for Galactus. I just don't see. I don't know. Like Galactus is just larger than life type shit. You know what I'm saying? Darkseid's no punk, but I mean Galactus is. My man eats planets, my guy. It's like I don't know what else to do. Educate us, Jedi.
I have Darkseid taking Galactus.
Ooh, I'm not mad at that.
And they are both fairly similar in that their power levels, in a cosmic sense, are just off the charts. But they're off the charts in two different kinds of ways. So Galactus is actually, if you really drill down to the comics, he is an element of the cosmos. He has a great intelligence, but it is a great intelligence that is born of his energy absorption, and as he absorbs all of those those planets, like he is absorbing energy and all of the associated things that come along with it, whatever the intelligence of that population was or whatever. So he has that. He has kind of a grandiose view of the universe in a sense, because he's got to go from place to place, and he's got to kind of be careful how he does it, because there's billions and millions of planets, but eventually you want to choose smartly, and you want to choose the things that are going to keep you. He has to try to choose to stay full for the longer amount of time. He doesn't want to eat a planet that's not worth it. When we say eat planets, he doesn't fucking eat that shit like a cheeseburger,
right?
But ultimately he is a force of nature, right? Like he is.
That has to be dealt with.
Whereas Darkseid is singularly intelligent, calculating. He also has access to that element, but he can manipulate it very forcefully. And Galactus has built the weapon that everybody eventually tries to use against him. He's been defeated by the Avengers and the Guardians and all these people, even his own heralds, even the Silver Surfer Firelord, that almost every one of his heralds at some point or other turns against him and punks him, and and as powerful as he is and blinking dudes away, and I made that joke earlier before I was able to dial in, at the end of the day, I think Darkseid's calculating, long view, his ability to utilize, the universe's elements as weapons. I think he would defeat Galactus. He would, set up, if nothing else, and I'm kind of just cutting to the chase here because I feel like I'm rambling, but he would just set up a scenario where Galactus is absorbing an energy from a planet, and it would be something toxic, because it would be elementally toxic, and that would just weaken him, and then Galactus steps in and kind of punks him. And the other reason that I kind of think it would only work is because those two characters don't have a history. So whereas Darkseid has a history with some of the DC characters, where his vulnerability is the emotional reaction to some of these cats, he doesn't have that with Galactus.
I get you.
But again, like many of these other brackets, it could also go the other way,
bro. Because I mean, you can when Galactus has been caught slipping, it's been like in between, like if he hasn't, fed in a while, like it's all depending on the last planet he absorbed, or whatever civilization or whatever he taken in. And if you catch him between meals at the right time, which I think Darkseid would probably be like, I probably don't want to hit this dude at full strength, so using that, I guess, the tactician side, the calculating long game side, like you said, I can see that.
I just feel like if the Fantastic Four can defeat Galactus, fucking Darkseid can defeat the Galactus. Like if we're just gonna cut to the chase, like, but I try to say that, and I'm trying to make sure I am not in any way downing what Galactus's capabilities are. I just think, for me, the way Darkseid works, the calculating piece of that, the aspect of that, the totality of how he would get his intelligence, infiltrate, weaken the Heralds. Like it's like Lex Luthor's brain, Galactus's power. Like there's so many elements to that character. Yeah. And to be fair, like you said, it's who we choose. I fucking think Darkseid is a way more interesting character than Galactus too. So there's that piece of it.
Oh, I do too. Like I always feel DC has the better villains anyway, in my opinion.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Dr. Doom and Magneto, I think, are a challenge to that blanket statement, because I think Dr. Doom is one of the most. If they could just get him right in a movie, more people would see it. Dr. Doom is one of the most baddest ass motherfuckers in comics, and Magneto is my favorite villain in the Marvel side.
Casting Ian McKellen
of his
as Magneto did not do any justice. I was just like, you can't have this.
So I liked Ian McKellen, but I definitely liked Michael Fassbender more. And I still think there's other people that could play that character.
At the time, like if they wanted to have Ian McKellen be Magneto during the Logan movie time where he's older, okay. But I'm like, Wolverine's in his prime, the X-Men were just starting out. Like, why is Magneto this fucking old already?
Because he's a World War II survivor. I mean, that's what they just went with, that baseline story. Which is getting harder and harder to do if you look at what year we're in. But how did they do that in the comics, right? In the comics, at some point in the comics, if you guys recall, he gets transmuted into a different, like a younger version of himself that's at peak power. I can't remember off the top of my head how it is, but I think it was during the Jim Lee run, right? And he ends up like he gets his body gets de-aged. Like he still has the silver hair because it's just Magneto, they're playing on that, but he gets de-aged to like his physical peak. I'm
just saying they had him like in pajama. His Magneto's thing was like pajama suit. Like I'm just like, who is this fucker? But I get it. He's like you said, World War II, survivor, all that stuff. So he's not going to be the young strapping dude in fucking year 2000. So, all right. On the hero side, I got Thor and Superman. So does Jedi. Black, you got Thor and Professor X. How do you have it going?
Yeah. I was stuck That's what I said. I was stuck. I'm gonna make a game time decision, and I am going to go Thor.
All right. Just based on the previous powers and stuff we were talking about.
I don't even want to discuss all that shit. I'm just gonna go Thor.
All right. So I got Thor and Superman. And again, if Thor and Hulk destroyed one half of the Earth, Thor and Superman are destroying the other half of the Earth. There will be no Earth after this. A lot of people were talking about that in the group. Superman's kind of, weakness to magic, Thor having magic, Thor having the power of a god, Superman having his abilities, all his powers. I think if it came down to it, Superman will outlast Thor, if that makes sense. I know some people, and me and Jedi talked about this, people are just like, well, Superman's power comes from the sun, and if Thor brings thunder clouds and stuff, he'll block the sun out. It's not like it's a fucking,
what did I say?
It's not. What would you say? Was it like a porch light?
I said
or something?
he's not a fucking he's not a solar powered driveway light. That's not how it works with the sun. And I think a lot of people think that, and this is completely not true. And he is vulnerable to magic, but it's not like he's like, oh, there's magic. It doesn't work like that.
Abracadabra.
That's not how it works. Yeah. Oh shit. Can't go to a
But
David Copperfield
I have
concert.
to agree. I have to agree with Jen. Jen Johnson says Superman has no mental defenses. He doesn't.
Yes, he does.
He's great. He's good at being offensive, but he doesn't know how to defend this shit. He doesn't.
No mental defenses? Yes, he does.
So Thor fucks with your mental?
I had Thor beaten. I had Thor beaten in the first round.
Is she talking about Thor with mental attacks, or is she talking about Charles Xavier?
Because we're talking about
Because
Thor and Superman.
She might have missed the. Yeah, we're talking about Thor and Superman.
We got Thor and Superman in the finals.
Thor is gonna win that.
I disagree.
Do you think?
Ooh. Mind you, I had Superman losing.
You did. In the first
that's
round.
fine. But even Marvel has said that Superman would defeat Thor. But again,
yeah, but would Superman beat him in these circumstances? I mean, y'all had him going.
My thing is, if Superman
Thor beats Superman
is approaching any fight, knowing that it's me or him, Superman will make short, quick work of. Probably not quick with Thor, but Superman will end Thor.
So Superman is a Kryptonian. In the DC universe, the Kryptonians are tantamount to demigods, just like the Asgardians are in the Marvel universe. Like the Kryptonians as a race in the DC universe are equivocated to this. Depending on the villains, like Darkseid, they're a threat that had to be dealt with. Like there's a reason that like the universe is constantly like terrified of or in awe of the Kryptonians, because as a race they were super advanced intellectually, super advanced physically. They didn't have superpowers on their home world, but they had created the means to be at peak performance. So when they get into that environment with the yellow sun, it's just exacerbated, and he's been soaking up that energy all that time. He does have mental defensive abilities. Like I said, they're not really well known, and this is just my opinion. Like my best friend loves Thor. He before we even got on this, he's like, I'm still gonna say Thor beats Superman, and that's cool. Like I don't have a dog in the fight. But Superman, and a lot of people don't realize this. Superman can do the exact same thing that Captain America did: pick up that hammer and beat Thor's bitch ass death to it. So, because he also is worthy and can wield it. Like So it's just for me, knowing the characters as well as I do, and really appreciating them all out. Like I think it would be a super hard fight because I think Thor's a better combatant. But again, to me, it boils down to all of the abilities that Superman possesses collaboratively together gives him that edge. He is physically more powerful. He is less combat skilled, but he has way more abilities that could be used at a speed that Thor has nothing to match Superman's speed. Nothing. And I had to really look into this one, and I really had to drill in. Somebody else actually found it too. I think it posted an article on it where Marvel was like, yeah, when we do these crossovers with DC, they purposefully keep them two apart because they don't want to have to deal with that question.
Right.
Because their own staff is like, he's gonna punk everybody almost on this side of the house. So, and maybe that's opinionated or irreverent, but I think that's just where I'm at with it. Right. I'm admittedly a biased Superman fan. I do think Thor could kill Superman. I think it could. Again, I think it could go another way, just like the Wonder Woman Superman thing could have gone another way. It just I'm going with my gut based on. I'm trying to stick just to the facts and truly subordinate my fandom because I really like Thor too. I really think he's an extremely interesting character, way more interesting in the comics than he is even in the movies. I hated Fat Thor. I wanted Thor to be full power in Endgame and fuck Thanos up. Because he has in the past kind of done that. I really liked how Chris Hemsworth played him. I enjoyed Ragnarok for what it was, but I really like the brooding, angry Thor in the comics much, much better.
Now,
but I still gotta
which
go.
Thor do you like? The Civil War Thor or the Planet Hope Thor?
I like the Civil War Thor. One of my favorite things in all the comic history is in Civil War when Thor comes back and finds out that Captain America's dead and fucking grabs Tony Stark.
Yeah, he goes ape
and
shit.
Rattles the shit out of him.
Yeah, he goes ape shit.
That moment and the moment where Wolverine tells Tony Stark, "I will peel the fucking armor off your body if I find out you had anything to do with Captain America's death." Like, just those were two really good moments. So Thor reacting that way, I think, makes really good sense because Thor recognizes who Captain America is, and he, like he said,
Captain America's a villain. Really and truly.
Wait, what?
You look at Captain America, he's a fucking villain. Yes.
A villain?
I think you've been drinking too much.
The fuck?
Yeah.
What kind of Jack are you drinking, sir? We ain't even made our final pick yet, and you out here with this nonsense, sir. What is that?
He is a villain.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final episode of Smoke Pit. And this friendship is now splintered.
Well, before you guys break up, I'm just gonna go with Superman defeats Thor.
I'm bullshit.
All right. So two of us have Superman, and one of us has Thor. So Black, yours is Thor versus Galactus. I have Superman versus Galactus, and Jedi has Superman versus Darkseid, which is OG hero villain battle there. So Superman versus Galactus. I honestly do not see. I'm trying. Like, I don't know all his abilities and shit, but I don't. Jedi may be able to explain it. I don't see how Superman beats Galactus. Now, I may be like, I'm not in depth. I don't know all his abilities and stuff. But based on what I've read, the little crash course in super villain knowledge that I do have, I feel like Galactus would beat Superman. For some reason. I don't know why. The comments, Jen Johnson saying Galactus will eat him. I know Superman has done battle in space. He can survive in space, so he doesn't have to be on Earth as it's being devoured or whatnot. So, what say ye? Because I know you have Darkseid there, but what do you think about Superman Galactus?
So I'm gonna just get my total answer out. Like, so I have Superman taking this whole thing, and here's why. I think Superman could defeat Galactus. I again, as we keep caveating, this could go either way. It just depends on where you are and where you are with what you like. I think is a big player. But in the Superman comics, Superman has repeatedly fought cosmic level threats on the scale of Galactus. He's been in the what was it called? It was the Worlds at War, where it was the multiverse was battling, Imperiex and Darkseid and all of these, like the equivalents of characters in the Marvel Universe, to include characters that are like on a power scale of Galactus. They didn't eat planets, but they were absorbing energy and murdering billions of people and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And Superman has defeated them. He has been defeated by them too. He is not omnipotent. Darkseid has whooped Superman's ass a bunch of times. But Darkseid, one of the few characters in all of the DC universe that Darkseid feels threatened by is Superman, because he's a Kryptonian, because he has all of these, 96 different kinds of vision. Like, all of his abilities combined are that, to use lethal. The mutant level, the Omega level threat. Like, he full mode of like, I'm all in on this. I'm not like, he doesn't have his weak spot of I don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
He has what it takes to defeat these people. He literally was fighting gods on a planet where they were like, they were hurting him. You're an alien. And he was like, I will rip away the atmosphere. I will burn off the oceans. I will tear apart, the land, and you will be the gods over a planet of nothing, a dead rock. And they couldn't do anything to him. And it was gods and goddesses that he was talking to. They tried to get the whole Justice League to kill him. Like, they were threatening to kill him if he didn't leave. And he was just like, I'm not leaving. I am immigrant. This is my home. But he withstood all of that. He has withstood the Omega beams. He has withstood the physical prowess of Darkseid. He has withstood the mental abilities of Darkseid, and different comics have him getting captured and hurt and all this kind of stuff. But there's also comics where he beats the living shit out of Darkseid. There's cartoons where he's beating the shit out of Darkseid.
Yeah.
I think Darkseid's on the same level of Galactus, though. Like, he would be defeated and then somehow come back. And I think that's, if you look back, if we're looking at this, when it comes to those dudes, Galactus, I think he could be defeated. He would not be destroyed. Right. I don't know that I would say Superman can destroy Galactus. I just think he can defeat him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Galactus can be destroyed because he's not really a person. He is a force of nature that becomes intelligent.
Yeah.
At his basest description. Oh, that's where I'm at. I'm all done.
I keep leaning more towards Superman, not based on your description of all his, triumphs and stuff. It's when you're like the Fantastic Four beat him, and I think about the Rise of the Silver Surfer movie, and I'm just like, those bums did beat Galactus.
Yeah, don't think about that movie. That's not even fair.
Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to put that out my mind when I'm picking Galactus on this thing.
All alone, and then trying to make like life decisions. Yeah, don't do that to yourself.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, Black, you got Thor and Galactus. Who you got?
Me?
Yeah.
I had Galactus. Because as good as everyone was on this list, and you can make arguments any way, Galactus is just a stronger character all around. He really is.
Hey, Jedi.
The man's weakness isn't anyone's other weakness in this same era. Any way you put it.
Yeah.
Either way you slice it, his weakness was not humanly.
Hey, Jedi.
And everybody else on this list was
Eric Johnson. He's just like, I love Jedi's input. I just can't bring myself to like Superman.
No, I'm tracking that.
Yeah.
no. I'm
Superman.
tracking that too. I'm tracking that too. But he makes a great point. The thing that makes Superman weak is the fact that he is raised amongst humans.
Mm.
He isn't of this world, but he was raised of this world, and his kryptonite weakness isn't of this world. That makes him a double-edged sword to get fucked up. It really does. It
No,
really
I agree.
does.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I am going off of my gut with these notions of what is everybody's capabilities? What are Galactus's weakness is his hubris because he is so powerful. He misses the small shit, which is why he gets punked by all these dudes that are way less powerful than him. And and they got to do it like in groups. There's usually there's only been a few people that have kind of single-handedly gone toe-to-toe with Galactus, and again, he's never been destroyed. He's only been defeated.
Yeah.
And even with Superman, I'm kind of going at this with he's fighting an interdimensional or a galactic level threat that is going to wipe out the universe. It's all or nothing. He is subordinating all of his other rules because Superman in the comics is not like Batman. Superman has killed all kinds of people in the comics. He's killed General Zod. He's killed all kinds of people, and a lot of people aren't tracking that because they're used to whatever they see on cartoons and movies.
I mean, really and truly though, I had Superman losing in the first round to Professor X. So
no, yeah, you're good. I see. Again, I'm just kind of like, because he was asking me about like where I was at with that. So you can pick whoever you want. Like I respect your choice, man. So Professor X ain't no joke. So
no, he's not. He's not.
He
and
can't
really,
go upstairs though.
All of these brackets are completely and 100% dependent on the circumstances and where you are with your characters and how you perceive them, right? Despite what I may have said all night long, I don't think Superman can't be defeated. I'm just going through these one at a time with where I'm at with how he would deal with each of those people. There's just as many comics where he gets punked. So, in fact, I would say more often than not in the comics, Superman gets punked because he's the goody two-shoes guy. It gets overlooked, and it takes a DC Injustice video game to show you that he just fucking lobotomized Shazam without thinking twice about it. And Shazam was already Shazam full power and had no time to react. And the whole rest of the Justice League was so fucking terrified, they just shit themselves and let it happen. So,
Facts. Anyway, that was a pretty good bracket, man. Well in depth and stuff.
It really was.
I like that one. Where'd you find that one, Black? Because you just shot that in my inbox at work, and then I showed Jedi, and we were both like, "This is about to be lit."
No. Actually, I wanted to give a shout out to my workplace because I work with a lot of quote unquote nerds that we do cybersecurity and shit.
Right.
They came up with this bracket.
Oh, did they? Nice.
So, yeah, they did. And they also came out with a bracket that I shared with you earlier, and this should be next week's topic.
Yes. We'll post that. We'll post that after the show.
Like, they did this bracket, and I was in the office like, I want to punch one of you in the face. Whoever made this bracket, I want to punch you in the face.
Don't make me choose.
They were making me choose. Like, that shit was horrible. It was horrible. This bracket was truly horrible.
It was. Like I said,
it was rough.
When it came time to Captain America, Spider-Man, like, hurts. It hurts. Batman in the Thing hurts. It hurt.
I'm gonna share this bracket with Jedi. I'm gonna let Jedi look at it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna ask him his opinion on it.
All right, cool.
I just shared it, bro.
Cool.
This was fun.
It was fun. This is like our longest one, man. We really got into some real shit. Real shit about fictional people.
Oh no, we did.
Right.
Like the shit's really happening.
You know what would be interesting?
What's that?
What would be interesting is if we were able to look at this bracket later and devil's advocate for the other person's choices. Like, I could totally see myself taking up for Charles Xavier going all the way through this. Some of your choices, like a Galactus, like and just because I feel like I argued so hard for Superman, I feel like I kind of owe it to myself to argue if I had to defeat Superman with all of these people, what would I do to get to that place?
No, I agree with that.
So
I agree with that.
Because there were some that were coin flips. You know what I'm saying? Like, it
really was. Like my Thor versus Hulk thing. That was a real shit. I got to choose right now.
Right.
As I told y'all when we first started, like, I'm stuck. I am really stuck.
You know, I initially had Batman defeating the Thing. And I had that based on like how he has defeated Bane.
After Bane fucked him up, though.
Venom. Well, yeah, but also, but that's the key, right?
Right.
He did fuck him up, but then he still came back and defeated him. And then how he defeated the Venomized Joker, and that power level of character I equate to the Thing. So it took me a while to kind of come around out of that. My initial thoughts were he was going to be defeating the Thing and then just get turned into a grease stain by the Hulk in the next round. But
actually, EJ's in the comments. He's like, probably next time we do a bracket, just break them down into like cosmic level, like based on power levels and stuff. So like, Catwoman's not going up against fucking.
But in all fairness, y'all have control over this shit. Y'all really do. It's not just us debating.
Right.
You have control over this shit. Provide your input.
Oh, and some people did.
Yeah, they did.
No, I'm like,
provide your input, and we will roll with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But shit, yeah, we're going on about almost 3 hours on this. Thanks for all who stayed up and watched the live, commented, contributed to the discussion. Probably one of the better episodes we had, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
Normally we try to keep it till about 2 hours. Normally that's pretty long too, but I know East Coast wise, people be trying to get to sleep and shit. But that's why it's on Facebook, so you can just rewatch it later if you go to sleep. You're not offending anybody. And then, as always, the audio version of this will be uploaded.
If you felt the way, post that shit in the comments. We'll destroy you. But post
it. He's not lying. And what I want you guys to do is go in the comments and tell me and explain, put my mind at ease and be like, yes, Willie, Batman can beat the Thing, and this is how. Like, I need that. I need that in my life. I need that so I can sleep well, because I feel like I did my boy wrong. First round, like I was like, easily he'll go to the second round, and then the Hulk will smash him. But the more I looked at it, I was just like, nah, he can't. But I want you guys to tell me I'm wrong.
I had Batman taking the Thing for the longest time, and I still think it could go that way. But
no, my first bracket, I had it Batman versus the Joker, and I was like, this shit can't be.
How did you?
Because I know comics.
I would have. The fanboy side of me would have been like, yay! But then I guess the realist, when it comes to comic shit, I'd be like, how?
Yeah.
Joker beat Darkseid.
That's what I asked myself. I was like,
Joker beat Dark Phoenix.
There's no way this shit should happen. There's no way this should happen.
Joker beat Dark Phoenix. Yay. He played a trick on her and got her with sleeping gas. Like, get out of here.
He used his acid flower. So last night we were looking at movies, right? Now my kids, they're older. They never hang out with dad. They would just all happen to be downstairs. I was flipping through Netflix and Batman Mask of the Phantasm popped up. And my son looked right at me and we had that moment and he's like, you better press that button. Click. We sat down and the girls came in and they're like, what is this? Because they heard the music and you guys seen that. Like that shit was in the movie theater. That cartoon is better than some of the Batman movies that have come out. They sat down for 2 hours to watch that and they were like, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was awesome. Don't cuss.
Yeah.
Nobody moved. Everybody sat down and watched that whole. Even my wife watched that shit. And she doesn't care about this stuff at all.
Yeah. I mean
that movie's dope.
They're deep. Like me and Kaylee were talking earlier. We were just like, the fact that their animated movies are so dope. They have better villains, better environments for their heroes and stuff. But they just can't get it right. Like all they got to do is look at what Marvel's doing and be like, hey, let's do that. But with our guys, they're like, nah, we're gonna do something.
I mean, they
their
don't
problem.
even have to do that. They just have to look at the cartoon movies. Make that shit. Make it make it live action cartoon movie.
Their problem is they have two problems in that studio, the DC studio. Number one, they feel like if they just make the series like the Marvel guys have done it, that people will accuse them from copying off of Marvel. And my answer to that is that's not even Marvel's idea. Like the Universal monster movies in the 1930s did that shit. You have a Dracula movie, a Wolfman movie, a Frankenstein movie, and then you have a movie where they're all in it. Like that's not a Marvel idea. So stop looking at
what is Marvel gonna do? Sue them? Hey, you got a hero beating a villain. That's our thing.
Right. Exactly.
Actually,
which one of us came first? Right. Yeah. So. And then the other thing is they always want to, for whatever reason, these studio execs, they always want to have some sort of twist that is not a known thing in the comics, and they end up choosing, in my opinion, wrong. So I don't know. Like
exactly,
Mac, you said it, man. Just make the exact same fucking thing with live action. Like that, the surprise will be is if you could just do that. So,
right. That would be the surprise. Like. I can't, Avengers Age of Ultron pissed me the fuck off because Ultron was awesome. And there were so many things that you can do with Ultron that you could do in a live action sequence. And they just fucked that movie all the way up. And I was like, fuck this movie. And on the same breath, the shit they did with Batman versus Superman. The Batman versus Superman movie.
Stop. Nope.
Was terrible,
don't even stop.
But the anime was awesome.
Yes.
I thought we weren't going to bring up the bad movies. Y'all told me stop talking about Fantastic Four, and y'all talk about Batman versus Superman.
Nah, fuck that. We got to bring up Batman versus Superman.
Batman versus Superman also.
I was in the movie theater like, fuck this movie. I hate this movie.
I threw up in my mouth.
The only part about that movie I like is after, they had the coming to Jesus like, hey, man, both our mom's name's Martha. My bad, dude. Hey, you want to help me save her? Cool.
I was in the movie.
And then he went and Batman fucked those dudes up.
What the fuck is this?
Batman fucked those dudes up. I'm just like, why couldn't this have been the movie? Like, why couldn't Batman have just been fucking people up like this? That was the best fight scene I've seen Batman do cinematically, live action ever. And I'm just like, I hope they bring more of this to Justice League. And they did not. They did.
As good as that fight scene was, they fucked it up because the fight scene in the cartoon was way better than the movie.
Bro, I'm just saying, 2 hours into that movie, there was nothing for me to cheer about. I saw that fight scene and I'm just like, this is what's up. And then the movie's over.
That movie was so...
Or it wasn't
fucking
over.
Stupid. It doesn't even make
sense
in its own universe.
The casting made me not want to see that movie. I was like, who's Lex Luthor? Oh, Rio? Mark Zuckerberg?
Oh my God. You heard me rant about this. I was like, jittery little fuck. Somebody slap him. Like,
hey, don't shake his head. I was like, is he the Joker? Is he the Riddler? Who is this?
I know.
He's
on Ritalin. Just somebody fucking help this dude out.
And then at the end, they have him shaved his head, and I'm just like, they are fucking this whole thing up 1,000%. And then Wonder Woman comes out and people are like, that was decent. And then DC was like, you heard that? They think we're decent. Justice League. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's bring Cyborg in. He doesn't even have a movie. We'll explain it in 5 minutes. It's cool.
Right.
They watch Teen Titans.
Right, and that was
they know who he is.
Like, they specifically came out
put
before
a
that
baby
movie.
federal debit card on his face and it'll be cool.
Debit cards.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
It was bad.
Stupid.
It was bad.
It was really bad.
Anyway, hey, I appreciate you taking time out of your night, man, Jedi, to jump in here with us. I know the plan was we originally were going to be in the same place and talk about it, but I'm glad you were able to jump in on the Zoom and bless us with your knowledge and shit, man. It was dope having you on.
Appreciate you inviting me again. I like watching you guys do your thing. Whenever I can jump in, I'm always down to jump in. I've been looking forward to this for so long, and like I got home, like, you don't even know, dude. My wife's like, what is wrong with you? You look so sad. I'm like, I need to figure some shit out. Man, I haven't even eaten dinner. I just was like, oh my god, I gotta figure this out, because I wanted to be part of this with you guys. Because I love when we have these geek discussions. So thank you so much for inviting me. I had a really good time.
No worries.
Yo,
I love doing it.
On the real Jedi, we need to get you on a podcast. Like, you need to have your own podcast with this shit.
Huh. Because it's like people have been telling him that before. I don't know who. Huh.
We need to get you on a podcast. Like, you are excellent at this shit. I love it.
Well, I appreciate that. Man.
Cool. So before we wrap up, you got anything to say, Black?
If you follow That Feeling Podcast, subscribe, like, follow us, get in on the latest action. Go to patreon.com, because we're trying to move away from all this free shit. You gotta pay to see us.
Cool. And Jedi Pablo's in the comments. He says, "What's up, man?"
Oh, I love that dude. I miss him so much.
Yep.
Jared Pablo. I want some.
He's late as usual. Fashionably late to the podcast. No excuse too, because he's in Hawaii. It's like 7 o'clock there.
Well, he was probably at work when we started.
Probably,
to be fair,
yeah, hell yeah.
it's 4-hour time difference.
Pablo be at work.
Oh shit! I didn't say shit at Pablo.
Pablo, you working? Pablo, you working? Nah, but again, thanks Jedi. Thanks for hanging out. Black, thanks for that Professor X Superman thing to have Jedi heated to the point where he'll jump in on the Zoom. The trapped worked excellence.
I know.
Yo, and my daughter was like straight teasing me. She's like, "Are you gonna let that go?" I'm like, "Oh man, see, now I got a 13-year-old trying to clown me."
You know what's funny?
What's that?
I had Superman winning. I changed that shit so you can come in the chat.
Cool.
Pushing my buttons.
Pablo said he was grocery shopping. That's why he was late. I'll allow it.
That I believe.
Oh, bullshit.
He was-
Bullshit.
No, you guys think about this. You guys know 100% Rufio was grocery shopping for 3 fucking hours.
Yes.
Hey, listen.
Yes.
Hey,
And it was all beer.
You know, he's not he had to waste at least an hour picking separate craft beers. He just can't go get a case.
That's what I'm saying.
He has to create his own
he's
case.
full of shit. Hey, listen. Pablo. Lanyard. House. Dagamu. He don't know what that means.
Good, because I don't.
Right. I just feel like I know.
I just
for
be
sure
like,
Pablo was buying beer this whole time.
all right. So for everybody who was tuned in, thanks again. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for rocking with us. Again, if you know somebody who's down, who's a fellow nerd like us, share the video, share the link. Actually, just get them in the group. Just invite them to the group. because you see all the shenanigans goes on in the group. I love waking up in the morning and seeing what debate, what topics being talked about. And throughout the day, I'll be sitting there and I'm just like, bing, check it. Like, oh, shit, I want to get in here. So keep it up. I love it.
Yes. Thank you guys for founding that group. Thank you guys so much for founding that group. It is one of the only things I get on the social media for these days is to check out what's going on in this group, because the rest of social media is fucking whack. So you guys, you have salvaged my sanity so many times you don't even know. So I love you guys for that. Thanks so much for doing that.
Thank you, Jedi. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it, man. We do it for the people. We do it for the people.
Hey, listen. We're almost at 500 subscribers. We're almost there. So 500 subscriber gets this shit. You get Embrace Debate t-shirt. Get them in here. I'll send you the t-shirt.
When you get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll commit to this. If you get to 1,000 subscribers, I will make a free custom Funko Pop that is wearing the Embrace the Debate t-shirt of the character of the winner's choice. Whatever you do to decide who gets it, they get to pick the character, and I will make a custom Funko Pop that is wearing the Embrace the Debate t-shirt for that person that you guys choose.
Oh my God, that's what's up. That's what's up. So subscribe.
That's big news. That's big news because he made
that is big news.
A Magneto custom Magneto Funko Pop with the wired cape, so the cape's like waving in the wind and shit. I'll take a picture and send it. Wait, that I'm about to unsubscribe and resubscribe. Who is this William McCarthy?
Yeah, me too. Me too.
We already have a William McCarthy
I'm
in here
about
anyway.
to create a whole new profile and be like, Jacko Black is subscribed.
Willius McCoyus. Who is that? Is he Greek? Yeah, but that's what's up, man. Appreciate it, Jedi. Good looking out. And again, like I said, you want to support the cast, I'll repost the link or I'll pin it at the top. The link for the shirt. Like I said, $20, you get the shirt. Shit. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough for rocking with us like you have been, but we've been rambling on long enough. I know it's late, so I am Mac, aka your boy.
This is Brad like a King, Matus Kevin K. Lee. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. I really appreciate it.
I do too.
I'm Jedi. I'm just a friend. I love you guys. Thanks for having me here.
No problem, man. Thanks for spending time with us, Jedi, and everybody who's been watching. You guys all take care and be safe out there. Until next time. Peace.
See you.
Peace.
About to be on my way, but who all over there? Who all over there? Who all over there? Is it any hoes yet? Who all over there? Who all over there? Who all over there? Cause I ain't seen no post about it. Who all over there? Who all over there? Who all over there? What's the drink situation? Who all over there? You know I don't mess with everybody. Who all over there? Wanted to be a huckster boy like a kid on the block. Denise fine ass had